I'm a just island
boy.
I'm a just island boy. I'm a just
That one pissed me off the most. That one pissed me off the most, dude.
On today's Pardon My Take, we've got a twofer for the people. We got Chace Crawford, actor Chase Crawford from The Boys, in studio, talking to him. He's brother-in-law with Tony Romo, and we also got him to tweet for the first time in like 10 years. We have him in studio, and then we have Will Compton, the boy, Mt Rushmore of boys. Look at that. Nice little, what do you call that? What's the word?
Synergy?
Synergy. There it is. Thanks, Jake. Nice little synergy. We have
serendipity.
Serendipity as well. The UCLA, USC going to the Big Ten. NBA free agency is about to start, and we'll wrap up with Fyre Fest of the week. Before we get to all of that, Visible. What would you do with extra money you'd save from switching to Visible? You can pay $60 with some carriers, but with Visible, it's as low as $25 a month. Think about what you could do with that extra cash. Visible is perfect for singles. With the extra money, you could take someone on a date or maybe just live your single life and buy yourself dinner. Speaking of singles, what is the single best part of summer? Bubba.
The beach.
The beach. All right, so we're going with the beach. We're staying with the beach. We'll stick with what we know, boys. Switch to Visible at visible.com/pod. Get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Comparison to a single line with unlimited data at other major carriers. For plan and network details, see visible.com/pod. Visible.com/pod. Check it out now. Single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by Visible. Go to visible.com/pod. You get unlimited single line wireless for as low as $25 a month. Today is Friday, July 1st, and the Big Ten is back. All the way back. We're gobbling it up. We're gobbling it up. We got UCLA. We got USC. The Big Ten, power moves only. The Big Ten is back. Added 11 national championships in basketball. No big deal. I'll be honoring all of those. The Big Ten's back.
I just feel like we need to slow down for a second because I am excited about the realignment just because I love chaos. There's some stuff that we can get into, like the details of it. I love chaos. I love things switching up. I learned a long time ago that the world changes and you need to adapt with it. It's pointless to fight this type of change. It's utterly pointless. You can be like, you know what? I miss the traditional rivalries, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I miss like USC in the 1 year where they're supposed to be back and Stanford just like kicks the shit out of them for no reason. I'm going to miss those games for sure. But this is the future. It's going to happen. There's too much money out there. You can't stop it. It's pointless to just be a bitter bitch about it. So just embrace the chaos with open arms. I'm just looking at it like there are going to be like 14 Rose Bowls a year. It's just like there will be a Rose Bowl every weekend as we move forward. And I got to imagine that this is going to provide a great opportunity to gamblers out there who get to finally like hammer Northwestern at home versus USC at 11 a.m. when there's like a tornado in Chicago and the Trojans quarterback has like never seen a cloud before.
No, it was the famous Northwestern Stanford game I don't know, it's maybe like 8 years ago, but the hardest place to play is Evanston at 11 a.m. When there's like half the crowd and the USC quarterback played in front of more people in high school than he is playing in front of the Evanston crowd, and that's the toughest place to play to get up for. Two things can be true at the same time. I obviously wish that it had stayed Power 5. I love the style of football that happens in the Big Ten versus the Pac-12 versus the Big 12 versus the SEC versus the ACC. I love the traditional matchups. I love just the like different characteristics of each Power 5 conference. With that said, this was going to happen. Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. The Big Ten had to be proactive here. And they had to go get someone because the Big Ten and the SEC, they're far ahead of everyone else in terms of revenue, in terms of footprint, all these things. Like, that is just a fact. I know the SEC is better than the Big Ten, like, overall, if you want to talk about national championships, all that stuff. But those are the two powers. And the Big Ten needed to go and get someone. And Also, the Pac-12, USC and UCLA needed to join with one of the top two dogs. Otherwise, they would be out too. It all feels inevitable. And if you're upset about it, I get it. But I also just asked one simple question. What made more sense, like from a traditional standpoint, adding Rutgers and Maryland or USC and UCLA? Like, this actually is more of a natural fit than Rutgers and Maryland were. And as soon as time goes on and you have games happen and things happen on the field, it just becomes what it is.
Geographically, Rutgers and Maryland made more sense, but USC
not
and UCLA in terms of
Yeah.
being good at sports is a better addition. The hot seat in this is the ACC because it looks like the alliance is dead. It looks like the alliance. Remember that?
Yeah.
There was all that alliance talk where it's like, okay, if the SEC is going to continue to just put their dick on the table, then that means the Pac-12, the Big Ten, and I guess it was just the ACC was the third element to that. We're going to team up and we're going to join forces. Or was it the Big 12? I forget. Was it the Big 12 or the Big 10 that was part of the alliance? Either way, regardless, the ACC is out in the cold, and it's not looking great for that. But this type of stuff, it's going to continue to happen. I love it in terms of just getting to see different matchups in basketball and in football. But imagine if you're like on the swimming team at USC or the lacrosse team, and now Maryland just gets to kick the shit out of you every year. Like, it's going to be weird for the non-revenue sports to travel all across the country all year long. That's the part that doesn't really make that much sense. Is having like those huge travel budgets and time spent away from school for like secondary thought teams at all these different schools. So besides that, like I like it though in football and in basketball. I think it's ultimately going to be a good thing. We get great logo matchups. That's what's really important. Like, how cool is it going to be? We get to see like Iowa play against USC. USC is going to have to learn about fullbacks pretty damn quick. They're going to learn about them. And we get like USC against, Wisconsin, USC against Michigan. I think that like those are going to be must-watch games whenever they're on TV. So for that reason, as a fan of football on television, you should be a fan of this realignment.
Yeah, and it's going to be more money. I mean, it's all about money, obviously. That's not like some hot take. That is why Texas and Oklahoma went to the SEC. That's why USC and UCLA are going to the Big Ten, because those two conferences make the most money. And there's a feeling that, Texas and Oklahoma, maybe it's a little different for USC and UCLA because they haven't been great the last, decade. But Texas and Oklahoma were sick of holding up everyone else in their conference. And that like becomes a real thing. And now they go to a conference where USC and UCLA go to a conference with Ohio State and Michigan and Penn State and like these big dogs, these national brands. It's all crazy. It also probably is all leading, if you want to look like way in the future, probably like 10 years from now, where schools are now like the athletic programs, the big time college football and college basketball will just be separate from the school. They'll just have the name of that school. Like they'll just be their own entity. They won't have to fall under the jurisdiction of the NCAA, and they'll just license the name out. And everyone will still root for them, and that's probably where it's all heading. And when that happens in 10 years, everyone's gonna be like, NCAA football's dead again, and NCAA football is dead because of the first realignment and dead because of NIL. I'm gonna still watch. I'm gonna watch till they stop playing it, and I don't think they're gonna stop playing it.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop playing it. And as Cardale Jones said, legendary DC defender, when he was at Ohio State, I didn't come here to play a school. That's what it's going to boil down to. It's going to be football teams that happen to have the same name. They probably live in the same town, play in the same town, practice in the same town. But as far as like being totally, completely intertwined with the colleges, maybe not so much anymore. Now, we should caution, though, because it's not a done deal. If you read the report, it hasn't been approved at the highest levels yet. I don't know why they would put this out there since it's not completely a done deal, because this has happened before to USC in particular. When they were going to join the Big 12 back in like, I want to say 2010, 2011, it was pretty much a done deal. They were going to create a super conference involving, I think it was like their plot to make Texas want to stay committed to the Big 12 for the long term was they were going to realign. They were going to get USC involved and a couple other teams, I think, at the Pac-12. And it ended up not happening because of money. So until it's signed and done, it's not official yet. It sounds like it's is probably going to happen based on the people that I've seen reporting about it. But, anything could happen. It's not done yet.
I'm gonna say this right now. Next week, by the way, we have a show on Wednesday, and we have an extended Dungeons and Dragons on Friday. Maybe next Tuesday we try to get Andy Staples on for like 10-15 minutes to explain it to us in maybe a smarter way than what we're saying right now. I just know, again, it's inevitable. It sucks. I wish it was still Power 5, but I'm also very happy that the Big Ten is actually doing something, and Kevin Warren is being proactive in saying, I'm not going to have the Big Ten, lose out on a potential USC, UCLA situation. I'm going to go get these guys, and we're going to go toe-to-toe with the SEC.
It's a good idea. If you're the Big Ten, there's really, I don't know how you can spin this, how a Big Ten fan would be like, this is bad. I mean, I understand that the geography thing is weird and the traditional matchups are kind of getting diluted. And like you said, the brand of football, like, yes, it is cool having different brands of football taking place in different geographic regions of the country. I like that. But if you want the conference to succeed, you can't be rooting against this. And there are going to be ripple effects out west too. Like, I honestly think that on vibes alone, Oregon should be in the SEC. I feel like that's where they belong as a school. If I'm just like going strictly off vibes.
Well, Oregon and Washington will be interesting. Whether they go to the Big Ten, you'll see maybe a similar thing that happened in the Big 12 where they added, Cincy and Houston, and like, will the Pac-12 now add a Boise, which has been talked about before? Like, there's different schools out there. The deck is just going to keep getting shuffled, and then it will be fine for a few years, and then it will be shuffled again. And usually it lines up with when the TV deals are up, and that's just how it's going to keep going. And you got to just get used to it, because this is what college sports are now. And again, you can hand wring right now, and I understand if you're a Pac-12 fan, you're pissed. You have every right to be pissed, just like Big 12 fans had a right to be pissed. You're losing traditional rivalries. That sucks. But when it comes to Saturday in the fall, you're still going to tune in and watch the games. I don't know. At least I am.
We should get an opposing point of view on here. How about we kick it to Hank the hater, because Hank was texting some hate to us in the group chat.
I mean, I'm not a hater. I don't like that nickname whatsoever.
No, for this instance, you're a hater.
Well, college football, I mean, we've talked about it. Like, I am from the Northeast. I obviously didn't go to college. I don't have any big school ties other than LSU, but it's just not. I just said college football is a joke. They need to become a league. Like, this is just a professional sports league at this point. Like,
that's what's going to happen, though.
Right.
Eventually.
Like that. And that's fine. Like, I'm not hating, but like, they just need to stop. And what you said, Big Cat, like they're going to separate where like they have the team name, but they're not like college athletes. Like, it just makes no sense. And I guess it makes sense from like a financial standpoint, or because, Texas and Oklahoma are joining the SEC, but UCLA in the Big Ten makes no sense.
Yeah, but it does. It at least you have the Rose Bowl historical factor there, which I get. Like, there's matchups that have history between the Pac-12 and the Big Ten. But yeah, I mean, but again, 10 years ago, if you said Rutgers was in the Big Ten, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Right. This happened. Yeah, it happened for me. It started happening when the ACC basketball, like when like they started switching that up. That's when I was like, this makes no sense. And it is what it is. I'm just not a huge college football fan, and this is making me less of a college football fan, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, Nebraska was in the Big 12, like the Big 12 mix-up where Missouri leaves and all these things. Like, the deck has been shuffled so many times now that nothing can really shock me anymore. Like, that's kind of where I land. I could be disappointed that we've lost some of the history and traditions, but I also am never going to be like, how could this happen? Because it's clear that if you're a big time conference, AD, or you're the director of a commissioner of a conference, you have to be thinking big picture, and you have to basically be throwing out any idea of tradition and history and being like, who can get us the most money? Let's go grab them. And it sucks. It sucks, but it's the facts.
It would be sick if they can never do it. It's all money based. But like, if there was two conferences, the SEC, like a big SEC conference and a big Big Ten conference, and then some type of relegation system for the smaller schools.
Yeah. Yes.
Like that would be awesome. But and that's where it's like they're kind of going there, but they're not going to actually do that.
I don't think relegation will happen. I would love to see that.
But like, like the Boise States of the world, the smaller, like the Mountain West schools and stuff, like they should have a shot, but I don't know.
You should also be able to trade schools. Like you should be allowed to trade Nebraska for USC if you're the Big Ten.
Why? Wait. Oh, what do you mean? Like trade them just straight up?
It'd just be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no like real logistical reason behind it. It would just be fun if like the commissioners were wheeling and dealing behind the scenes and like actually trading colleges.
Yeah. Yeah, that would actually be fun if teams could get traded back and forth.
You know what the smartest guy in the room is though? Mick Cronin. Mick Cronin, probably his whole life's goal was to get a Big Ten championship. And he's going to have the opportunity to do that. Like he is the Big Ten. I know like he coached at Cincinnati, but like everything about that guy is like he's Big Ten distilled.
Well,
you know? So
him and Lincoln Riley, who now will have the legacy of, I don't know if I think it seems like the Pac-12, the USC and UCLA teams are going to go 2024, but let's just say somehow, the Pac-12's like, fuck it, get out of here, and they do 2023. Lincoln Riley has to be the first coach ever to coach Big 12, Pac-12, Big 10 in 3 consecutive seasons, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine anyone else.
Did Oklahoma win the Big 12 last year?
Oklahoma did not win the Big 12 last year. That was Baylor.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. No, but that's going to be a fun fact to bring up in like 10 years. Like who's the only coach to do that? Do you think Lincoln Riley had any inkling about this happening? They had to have told him, right? During the interview process?
I don't know. It seems like I think this has obviously been something that has been in the wind for a while, but from everything I've read from the people that like I trust reading online, it's been about like 3 or 4 months in the making. So that probably would not totally line up with when Lincoln Riley went to USC. But it's very funny to think that if he didn't know it and he was like, I'm going to the Pac-12 where I can dominate, and now he might have to play like Ohio State every year. That's just a very funny idea to me.
Yeah, so I guess Oklahoma fans are happy about this because they kind of see he might have gotten fucked over on it.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, did you have breaking news, Hank? Breaking news.
Yeah, if you're watching the video on YouTube, you can see my face when this happened. I don't want to interrupt you guys in front of that, but Kevin Durant has officially requested a trade from the Brooklyn Nets with the preferred destination of the Phoenix Suns.
Whoa!
Wow.
Hilarious.
All right, so instant takes. Turns out he might not like Kyrie anymore. Turns out he might have thought, hey, Kyrie isn't that much fun to be around.
Turns out that we should take back everything bad we've said about Kevin Durant ring chasing because he's going to Phoenix to play with Chris Paul.
Right. And yeah, a team that is, I think, what wasn't the stat that they've won more playoff games without winning a NBA championship than any other franchise? There was something like that.
Now it's Woj just tweeted less than a minute ago, Phoenix and Miami.
Heat culture.
Jake, let me get a culture vibe on Kevin Durant. How does he fit?
Fantastic. He keeps his head down.
Fucking
maybe a little
Riley.
too much on Twitter, but
fucking Pat
that would be
Riley.
awesome. Him and Jimmy. I'm sure, like Bam. I'm sure it would involve a trade of like Hero and Duncan or something. But I would assume they would keep Jimmy and Bam as the core.
What do you mean he keeps his head down? Unpack that thought for me.
Just literally keeps his head down. He's always on Twitter.
Bad posture.
Yeah, I guess.
This is a crazy I was actually I had to take
3 hours before free agency.
I had to take Stu Feiner out to lunch today, and I was actually walking back from the lunch, and I was like, there's really nothing that we can talk about today because like nothing's happened, and it was like USC, UCLA, and now this, bam, back to back. Crazy.
That's wild. What a wild day. Hey, the NFL now has to drop their Deshaun Watson news.
It has to.
Just so the NFL, you have to be king. I did a little bit of research on the news dumps, the history of the NFL news dump going into both 4th of July weekend and Labor Day weekend. There's like hundreds of people that have been either suspended or like major breaking news on these big weekends in particular, going back to like the start of Roger Goodell's tenure. It's shocking. I went through the list of everything. We've had like Reuben Foster news. We've had Jameis Winston, Sheldon Richardson, Rolando McClain, Johnny Football, DeMarcus Lawrence, Darren Waller again, Rodney Harrison, Travis Henry, Anthony Gonzalez, Mike Williams, Jonathan Dwyer. Like this is the weekend that it all happens. Antonio Gates was on one of these weekends too. It's Vincent Jackson. The names go on and on and on. Deshaun Watson is definitely they're going to announce this news because the NFL is king.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to be.
It will have been announced by the time this podcast came out.
Yes.
Probably.
So instant reaction. I thought it could have been more.
Yeah. I don't think that you could say it should have been less.
There we go. And that was the Deshaun Watson.
Well, that's what Roger Goodell's doing.
That was our take.
What he's gonna do. What he's gonna do is Goodell's gonna be like, he's suspended indefinitely, which just means like I don't want to say a number because if I say a number, then half the people will be like that's too much. The other half will be like that's not enough. So he's just gonna be like he's not gonna play for a while until you guys forget about him.
Put that on a quote board. Pardon my take's official statement. It could have been more. Probably couldn't have been less. That's our take on the Deshaun Watson suspension whenever it's released. I love it.
But KD, I wonder what happened. I wonder what happened to KD because it seemed like just reading the tea leaves, he was going to stick around next year and something changed.
Well, I have no inside information, and the timelines could be way off, but it would almost be perfect if he was like, I'm so sick of Kyrie's shit, I'm going to tell him that I'm going to stay, and then when he opts in, I'm going to ask for a trade. Like, he fucked me, I'm going to fuck him.
You know who would have that information, like the inside information? If we want to just like get him on the phone or on a FaceTime real quick, Frank the Tank.
No. You haven't been in the office last day. It's been bad. It has been a bad situation. The Mets are crumbling even though they're still in first. Yeah.
I kind of just want to like hear like 10 seconds of Frank the Tank.
Oh yeah. If we could keep it to 10 seconds, I would agree. There's no way
How about we call him and we hang up at 10 seconds? Like a bad guy in a movie that's trying not to get their phone tapped.
Want me to grab him?
No. I think you can hear him.
I communicate with them exclusively on DMs.
Open the door real quick. Just open the door. That's all we're going to do is just open the door. Open the door, and if we can hear him. No. Okay, close it. All-time bad idea, PFT. But you also, in your defense, you haven't been here in the last day, and it's been bad. It's been a lot of yelling to a lot of people. Like more so than ever. All right. Yeah, so like I said, we have a show on Wednesday, and then we have a show on Friday, so we'll recap any NBA free agency on Wednesday, and we will do the Dungeons and Dragon on Friday. Should we get to the interview? Should we get to Chace Crawford and Will Compton? And then we'll wrap up with Fyre Fest. Chace Crawford is brought to you by Revitolite. Revitolite is an advanced rehydration solution designed to replenish vital fluids and minerals. It's powered by the same electrolyte formula found in the baby aisle, but with an improved taste and texture more appealing to adults. Revitolite is conveniently sold next to beer, wine, and liquor, so you can shop like an adult and hydrate responsibly. Barstool Black Label, Berry Frost flavor. Pro tip, drink half at night and the other half in the morning for optimal results. Pick up your Revitolite Black Label today in store or online at Barstool Store and tweet us or tag Drink Revitolite in your morning after stories. So check it out right now, Barstool Black Label. A lot of summer weekends coming up. It's going to be a great summer. It's going to be a brazy summer of neon. Make sure that you got Revitolite, Barstool Black Label, Berry Frost flavor, and you're feeling good the next morning. Thank you to Revitolite. All right, here he is, Chace Crawford. Okay, we now welcome on very special guest. It is actor extraordinaire. It is Chace Crawford. He's here. He's got season 3 on Amazon. The Boys. It's out now, correct?
Correct. Every Friday. Yep.
Every Friday.
Out this Friday. Yeah.
Love it. It's a great show. Everyone should check it out. I was thinking about what my first question would be. Like, would it be a Tony Romo question? Which we've said some shit about him. We'll have to get into that later. Because it is your brother-in-law. I think I was just going to go with, like, have you always been this hot? Have you?
No, just only up until recently. Yeah.
Did you have like an awkward teenage stage where you were like, oh, this dude's gross?
Fully had the full like Jinkos, Abercrombie, puka shells, highlighter hair pulled through the cap with the braid. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah. You're saying that's a bad thing. I thought you were describing your hot.
Kind of amazing.
You were an Abercrombie model in high school, right?
No, I worked there, but I.
No, that counts a model.
I made them. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, did you see the documentary where they like tried to cancel Abercrombie?
I did.
I watched it. And I was like, for an hour and a half, I was like, so wait. What's the point? And I just like it was like a waste of an hour, and I get it, but
it was a little weird.
Yeah.
It was weird to see though how it like kind of came up, and oh man, I just have PTSD from the waft of cologne coming from the mall when I worked. It was terrible.
Yes.
What's the process like to getting hired at Abercrombie? Is it just like, hey, you look so much like the guys on the walls, you should just hang out here all the time. We'll pay you to hang out here.
Like, get down, do some push-ups. Can you do some push-ups? Yeah, no, I just walked by. I mean, they're definitely hiring under 18. You know, they were at the time. They don't really care. Like, yeah, you want to work here? Perfect, great. Yeah, throwing some puka shells. That's great.
So, I mean, back to the hot question. You did, like, when you were here in the office yesterday, there were people who were like, did you see Chace Crawford? Did you see him? Did you see him? Is that weird, though, to walk? Because, like, I know I've never had that feeling of walking into a room and everyone being like, damn, this guy's good looking. So, like, you know, it's a very like stupid question, but it's kind of like when I ask an NFL player, like, what's it like being so fast? Like, what's it like being so attractive?
No. Listen, I will say it's great from the boys' demographic is definitely a lot different from the Gossip Girl. Like, you know,
right?
It's a very specific like teen, like 14 to 15-year-old girls. You know, if I see a certain group walking down the street, but the boys it's been nice. It's been you know, like guys at the gym or a TSA, like, hey, the deep man, what's going on? The deep, bro. You know, it's like a great mix up. So it's nice to have the difference.
Two different demographics.
That's always the best, actually, at TSA. It's happened to me twice, I think, at TSA, where an officer has like recognized maybe my laptop or something like that, gave it away, and then I'm like, okay, my drugs are fine.
Yeah,
no,
like,
it's exactly.
He's not gonna bust me.
It's wrong. This guy's like eyeing me down, like real serious. I'm like, do I have are there drugs in my little drug pocket, my jeans? And I'm like, what do I do? I'm like trying to throw it away, and he's like, yo, the deep, baby, give me a hug, you know. And
that's great.
I really enjoy those interactions.
So I started the boys yesterday, actually, because you were coming out. Everybody
that's big time interview prep by us.
Listen, I don't do that for
half of the podcast started the show yesterday.
Yeah. So I watched the first 2 episodes last night. Hank has been telling me to watch it for months now, so I finally got around to watching it. So please don't give anything away. Past the first 2 episodes, at least.
Okay.
But you seem to be doing a very good job of playing a real dickhead. In this one. And I mean that as like a compliment.
Yeah, no,
so,
thank you.
Like, do you get tired of playing assholes?
Yeah, I mean, it was good to switch it up from, you know, the teen soap that we did here in New York for a long time. So it was good to switch it up, but yeah, that first episode, it's a big 180 scene right there.
Yeah.
But then it like kind of gear shifts into me, you know, saving a fucking dolphin from Oceanland. You know?
Oh, so you become a good guy.
I mean, he's a bit of a comic relief sort of, you know, like they do switch gears tonally, which is interesting. You know.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I like ejecting the dolphin through the windshield. But this year, the storylines get weirder and weirder. That's for sure.
Ooh,
yeah,
I like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to start watching.
I'm gonna follow up on it.
Yeah,
maybe watch 2 more episodes. We'll have to
Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, I mean, like it was very funny when you came in yesterday, and everyone was just like, "Damn, Chace Crawford." The one thing that bothers me though about your name and where you're from, you realize you would have been like a perfect Texas quarterback. Like Chace Crawford is a name that this podcast alone would have done like a 5-minute bit on. Just being like,
I love it.
Like if you had been a backup quarterback and gotten into a game,
right,
we would have been like, Chace Crawford was meant for this moment. He doesn't even spell his name like with an S, it's a C, and like all these things. Right. So I don't want to say you missed your calling, but that you were a perfect Texas quarterback.
I tried. You know, I was you know, good quarterback in like Pee Wee when I was about 10 years old, and then it was like my dad's like, I don't know if you're gonna get much bigger than like 160, you know, 5'11". You know what I mean? It's like Texas. He's like, let's just maybe stick to golf for a minute. So that's kind of what, the age and height and weight kind of surpassed me. But
well, he named you, so he probably was kind of bummed out. Like, all right, this didn't work out. Like, I gave you the name,
I primed you.
We live in Texas.
Prime time.
Yeah, well, this was
signed your birth certificate. He's like, I've carried you as far as I can. The rest is up to you.
But seriously, like Colt McCoy,
Go
Chace
God.
Crawford,
those
Those are
It
similar
was like
names.
supposed to be Chance. He's like, I'm gonna drop the N. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Chase, the ace.
Chase.
So you're from Lubbock, right?
Born in Lubbock. Yeah.
So when you grew up there, was it still a dry town?
You know, I was, I think it was. I was only 1 year, about 2. We moved to Oklahoma City and then to Dallas, basically. But we'd go back. We grew up Red Raiders fans, Tech, and yeah. I mean, I think it was dry for a long time, wasn't it?
That's a fun team to root for, though. If you have to pick, especially like when we were growing up, I think we're about the same age. But in our childhood, like through middle school, high school, college, if you didn't root for a team that was going to be competing for a national championship, Texas Tech was the perfect team because they're going to score like 55 points every single week.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
So I was kind of a Mahomes fan from that. I love Kingsbury, and my dad went to Oklahoma, so we like OU as well. But yeah.
Ooh, what do you think about the switch to the SEC? It's going to be a very difficult. Like you obviously, if your dad's an Oklahoma fan, you lived in the area, you grew up in the area. I feel like Oklahoma fans aren't ready for being in the SEC and losing more than like 2 games a year.
By the way, I mean, I can see both sides. It was a bloodbath down. I mean, I was with my dad when the news came out. It was depressing down there in Oklahoma.
Really?
Well, yeah. There's a lot of bitterness over that. But that move. Him and I talk about the move to SEC. I mean, how are you gonna? It's just it's going to be very competitive and very interesting to see how they navigate that. It's going to be tough. Why would you want to be coaching? Yeah,
like I think Oklahoma will be fine overall because it's such a great program. But when you don't get to play Kansas every year,
right?
It's like there's Vanderbilt, but that's about it in the SEC. Every other team is
heavy hitters every week.
Yeah,
and a lot of stress too. If you're the number, if you're the coach, that's a lot of stress. So.
Yeah. I'm just nervous for the Oklahoma fan base because I feel like they are so used to like losing 2 games a year is like the max for Oklahoma.
Right.
Usually one of those is to an SEC team in bowl season.
Yeah, one of them
by like 35 points.
Yeah, one of them is to like a Kansas or someone, and then they're like, "Oh, Oklahoma's season's done," and they're like, "No, it's not.
Yeah.
They're back."
Right. Yeah. I haven't been paying too much, but hopefully they can recruit some good players after the mass exodus. But it was a depressing day.
Yeah.
So as a joint Texas Tech Oklahoma guy, are you a big Baker guy?
Yeah, we were. I mean, for the most part, we were. Me and Tony's boys, the middle one's a big. I mean, they're all watch sports, but Riv, the middle one, he was a big Browns Baker fan for a while too. So we kind of hopped on that bandwagon. Yeah, I mean, when he was at OU, we definitely were. So how do you feel? I sense some animosity.
No, not at all. We like Baker. I think he kind of got a raw deal last year,
right?
Because he was hurt the entire time.
Yeah,
and of course he wants to play. It's on the team and the coaching staff to be like, no, man, you suck right now because you're hurt. You shouldn't play.
Right.
You can't let him be like, you can't trust a player to say, no, I'm fine. Let me go out there. You have to be able as a coaching staff to be like, no, I'm going to make the decision. You're out. So he kind of got fucked on that one. But then
I hear you.
He's also like, he hasn't lived up to being the first overall pick, especially with all the shit that he talks. He loves talking shit.
He does love talking shit.
But he only plays good when like people are talking shit about him. So I feel like this next chance for him, now that he's got like a chip on his shoulder again,
right?
I think he'll be okay. I think he's going to be fine. He might not be like, top 5 quarterback ever, but he could be top 10.
He might need to switch up. Exactly. I think he didn't really fully pan out as the number 1 pick. But we rode that train for a while for the Browns. But what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, you can't decide like where you get picked is a lot of like how the story gets written about you,
right?
And being the number 1 pick always makes the expectations sometimes unrealistic,
right?
Which is not fair, but
Burrow, he's doing it. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's our guy too. I have a story right here that I read that you have to either confirm or deny. It's outrageous because you seem like a guy who's got it all. You know what I'm going to ask?
I have no idea.
Okay, so the story read basically that in the new season of The Boys on Amazon, they had to use CGI effects to shrink your penis because it was too big. That might be the coolest story that's ever been written about anyone. That literally is what I read. It's it's a ridiculous thing.
Why do we have
here's the story.
Chase
Crawford reveals why his bulge was edited out of The Boys, and then the article is like, yeah, it was too big. They had to make it smaller. What the fuck?
I feel like there's been a little bit of a game of telephone that's been happening, but now that it's ended at this place, I can't confirm nor deny. I'm not going to deny it.
Of course not.
obviously.
Either you have the like a huge cock, or you have the greatest publicist of all time. Like one or the other, because I need a story like that where it's like, yeah, pardon my takes, a family program, so they had to edit,
It's all happening according to plan. Yes, it's all finally taking shape.
I just was like, I was just doing a little research. I was like, wait, is this story real?
Showrunner Kripke was like, we get no notes from Amazon, but the first one we got was that can't fucking happen. We've got to take that out, and we had to edit it out. The very first note that you've ever gotten, the first one, your show has people's heads that explode constantly.
And they don't care about really anything else.
There's just pink mist and goo everywhere in the show, and they're like, that cock's too big.
Yeah, Chase's hog is way too large. What the fuck?
Can we make it more realistic?
Oh, man,
And why do we have to bring CGI into this? Why can't just spray you down with water or something?
Right. Make it, turn the AC down.
Take an ice bath.
We had to
Cold
spend $4 million to make Chase's cock look smaller.
The best part is I love these stories because I always just think about like the dude that spent like years and years at like USC like filmmaking school. And his job is now to just make your dick smaller. He's sitting,
frame by frame.
Yeah, he's
by
sitting
frame.
in the room in his computer. He's like a genius person who spent years and years perfecting his craft.
Right.
And like the studio's like, hey, we got a big task for you. It's like, what's up? Be like, am I gonna make these guys go to the moon or something? Make it look like really cool? No, just gonna have you adjust this one real quick.
Welcome to The Boys. Yeah, this is a new show.
I wonder if they teach that in school. If there's actually like a class that shows like the art to making it smaller.
Yes.
Dick editing. Yeah.
Dick editing 101. There's probably more in the Valley than it is at USC.
Right.
I heard that you came in here yesterday and you sat down with the LCB guys, Lights Camera Barstool guys.
Yes.
And they asked you a question about who you would want to play in a movie, and you said Tiger Woods.
Whoa!
I did.
Okay.
Do you stand by that?
I stand by that.
What kind of movie are we talking about here?
Well, I mean, listen, it was that's never going to happen in the real world, but I do. We were talking sports. I'm a big golf fan. I like the Tiger documentary, but he wasn't really a part of it. I feel like we need. He's the MJ of my time. I'm obsessed with Tiger, so I feel like we need like a full, at least a documentary, like The Last Dance, like a 10-parter. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's one of the most fascinating sports figures ever.
But then they were like, you could probably play Steve as caddy. I'm like, great, sign me up.
Yeah,
so,
why not?
Yeah.
Wait, so who's your favorite golfer right now? Or who do you root for?
Oh man, Zalatoris. Will Zalatoris went to my high school.
He's one of our guys.
Yeah, I play with him in Dallas with Tony sometimes. He's a great dude. Yeah, I root for him. I like JT and Spieth as well.
Okay.
I played a couple rounds with Spieth. Great dude.
Yeah.
And Scotty Scheffler. I mean, these are all these are the Texas boys.
Yeah,
so, Scheffler's great.
So what's your game like? Are you
Terrible. I mean,
like actually terrible? Because I would imagine the guy who gets his cock CGI'd is like he's like, I'm terrible. I shoot a 78.
I played a little better when I was younger. I just don't practice. I'm 80s, mid.
And that's
pretty good.
Yeah.
Mid-80s,
So you're talking to a
so.
couple like 130 guys.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
I actually
fucking
broke 130
awesome.
last week, 127.
Congratulations.
That's great.
Thank you.
Congrats.
I skipped 3 holes.
So
on 9. Yeah, front 9.
how good is Tony for real? Because I'm always curious. Like, can these guys? We saw Mahomes play in the match. And I mean, from what I saw, I was like, this guy, if he put enough time in it, is Tony, like, if he put enough time, if he said, I'm just going to golf, do you think he could be maybe even tour, like, close to tour?
I think he's got a chance. I mean, Tony's also the guy that can not play, when he's playing football, he can not play for like 6 months and just pick up a club and still shoot even par. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, yeah, he's got a pretty well-rounded game. He's just a solid, I mean, he's got that thing. I mean, when he was growing up, he even started playing football late, and he sort of adapt. He like knows how to see emotion and adapt to it, so he can watch. He watches all the videos on YouTube, and he just has that motion. I don't know how he does it. It's frustrating. One time he hurt his finger, and he played one-handed and still beat me. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Well, that's also like any professional athlete. When you see them do any other sport, you're like, oh yeah, that's why they're a professional athlete.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? It's like they move different than everyone
Fuck,
else.
that makes me so angry. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
What's he like as a brother-in-law? Like strong side, weak side.
Yeah.
What are the pros and cons? Of
Strong side, weak side.
as a family member. Yeah.
That's a better way. When I wrote down the question, it was going to be like, Chase, so would you say you like or love Tony Romo?
Love Tony Romo.
Okay, all right.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
he
No,
is
we're
your
like
family.
we're like brothers. No, he's awesome. I have great memories. Me and my dad going to the games. We grew up Cowboys fans. You know what I mean? I guess it was just. I mean, since we were little, we got like the starter jacket pictures and everything. So we were, very excited. But Tony's just an all-around great dude. His family's great. We got golf in common. We like to play. The little boys are great. But Tony's awesome. Yeah, he's taking me everywhere.
We've never said anything bad about him.
No weaknesses. Worst part about being brother-in-law with Tony Romo.
The worst part?
Yeah.
Oh man, he's tough. He's not very. I like to eat. I mean, he does too, but he's very. I try and get him to try all these new things. He doesn't. He likes to stick to the basics. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get him away from just the meat and potatoes. But that's it. You know what I mean? I always forget. I try and take him to these nice restaurants, and he takes everything off the hamburger. So it's
Okay. Okay, that's actually a good answer.
Yeah.
So in acting, like, let's just say 5 years from now, what's like the next thing? Because it's always hard when we talk to pro sports players. They're like, yeah, I want to win a championship, I want to be an MVP. Like, what is for you in terms of your career? Like, what's the next thing you want to do or challenge yourself with?
It's a good question. I'm having a lot of fun doing comedy on this show. It kind of, everything's sort of morphed into TV, and the film lines are blurred. You can kind of do whatever you want. And the older I get, I'm like, you just start taking yourself a lot less seriously. You know what I mean? It's not like Oscar, like I'm that Captain Weirdo, trying to be Johnny Captain Weirdo. Oscar guy. I mean, it's just, I think you just want to work with your friends and do fun material that you enjoy working on.
That must have
creating
been,
it. You know what I mean, I want to be a part on the other side of it and have more agency to create what we want to do.
That must have been kind of refreshing. Not like, I would imagine as an actor, it's actually kind of similar to us as like podcasters. Like, most actors like, I want to be, Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. It's like not everyone can be that. Like we're not going to be TV guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
But realizing what you have is fun and enjoying that is a very liberating feeling.
It is. You play to your strengths, right? I mean, you play to your strengths. Try and have fun the best you can and do what you want to do and do it with the people you want to do it with. I mean, everyone has their own path, so we all still try and figure that out. But I mean, The Boys is the most fun I've ever had doing anything. So it's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you still get, like, when you're walking down the street, there's still a bunch of Gossip Girl fans that are just, like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, was that a role that you'll never be able to, like, outrun in a way?
It seems that way, yeah. Netflix, in the pandemic, like, all the episodes were on there. It sort of, like, revived it with
Did
the
you
younger
notice
generation.
it? Could you feel it? Like,
I could feel it, yeah.
Shit,
I'm
people
like,
are watching this show again.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, that's still the same. It's the same age. Yeah. I'm like 37 now. But, yeah, and in New York, too, it's funny. It's more the tourists, but you're walking down the street, and it's like, we shot it here for so long. New York was such a big part of it. It's like, oh, there's like Mickey Mouse in Disneyland. He's right there.
Yeah,
he's
right.
in the city, So they get excited.
Do you ever
it's fun.
Do you try to stay away from some of the places that you would film scenes in for Gossip Girl? Because that'd be kind of weird for people to come and be like, well, I already saw this on TV. Like, that guy is actually here.
Right. I feel like there used to be bus tours to certain places. I don't know. It became something insane. But yeah, like I don't know if the Palace Hotel is still even there, but that was one of the big places. Yeah, I mean, I still walk around the city and I'm like, we shot there, and yeah. So
it's got to be such a weird feeling to have a very popular show be like revitalized by Netflix and streaming, and then have everyone like rewatching it or watching it for the first time.
Right.
And you're like, I haven't thought about this in a long time.
Like 10 years.
Yeah.
It's a little bizarre.
Yeah.
It's definitely insane. But yeah.
Chace Crawford is brought to you by our great friends over at Roman. What would you want to last longer? Summer nights, a good TV show, an awesome concert? Well, Roman wants you to last longer in bed. That's right, 340% better in bed. Roman swipes are the secret to longer lasting sex. Roman swipes are uniquely formulated to reduce overstimulation without eliminating sensation altogether. The more consistent you are with the swipes, the longer and better your sex is going to be. The swipes are easy to use, take out the swipe, apply, and let it dry for 5 minutes. Enjoy longer lasting sex. Roman swipes. No shame in your game. Swipe up with Roman swipes. How about that for a tagline? Roman swipes. Get your swipe on. Last longer in bed. You'll thank us. And we're going to give you a special discount because you're so nice and because you're part of my Take listener. Go to GetRoman.com/take to get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. That's GetRoman.com/take to get your first month of swipes for just $5 when you choose a monthly plan. And now more Chace Crawford.
What's up with your Twitter account, by the way?
They asked me this yesterday. I never log in Twitter. I think it got hacked from what they were telling me.
So you have 21 tweets. You haven't tweeted since 2015, and you have 110,000 followers. What's going on? Do we have?
That's not bad.
Yeah, I know. But like, have you ever had the urge? I mean, this is smart that you aren't on Twitter because Twitter is a hell site. But have you ever had the urge to get on and interact?
No, I haven't really. I mean, but maybe I take a photo of this, and maybe this is my first tweet since 2015.
Wait, so do you have your Twitter account right now? Could you log in?
I don't actually. I don't know if it'll let me in. Let me see. Should we do it?
Wow.
I'm looking at your
If they could let you
right
in
now.
right now and we just popped off a tweet.
Yeah, let's do it.
You follow Tony.
You should just be like, I don't think Oklahoma should go to the SEC. It's just like, not only is your Twitter back, but you're just behind the times at all times.
I'm not sure if they should. I don't know.
Oh, you follow Miles Teller? You only follow 9 people.
We love Miles Teller.
We do
You love Miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm friends with him out in LA. We golf all the time, and he's Philly, right?
Is he a dick all the time? And I say that in a very nice way. Like when we had that interview we interviewed him a couple of years ago,
right?
And we came out of it, we were like, yeah, he's kind of a dick, but like in a way that I loved. You know what I mean? Like a ball busting.
Probably for just ball busting, talking sports. Right?
Yeah, right.
That's the only time he'll
he's
get.
a Philly fan.
Yeah, right.
So,
It was
yeah,
I enjoyed it so much, like going back and forth and like talking shit to each other.
He likes to chop it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes to talk shit on the golf course. We'll shoot pool together. Yeah, he's competitive.
Yeah.
Him and I are super tight, man. And Top Gun was awesome. I don't know if you saw it.
Incredible. Yes.
I got in. It worked.
You're in.
I got in somehow. So how do we?
That's
how do we
What should we say?
Let's see.
This is
You should go after Lincoln Riley. Be like, Lincoln Riley's a scumbag.
yes. You should be like, you're a coward. You should be like, you're a coward for leaving Norman.
I can't believe Lincoln Riley thinks the grass is greener at USC.
Or-
he's in for a rude awakening.
Let me just throw this out there. You could tweet at your brother-in-law and be like, hey, why don't you go on Pardon My Take? I mean, that would be interesting.
I'll tell him.
Just tweet him right now.
Tweet the Oklahoma Take and then reply to that and tag Tony Romo and be like, hey, I'm hanging out with these fun guys at Part of My Take.
Or I have another one for you. So whenever I have like a bad loss, I pretend that I'm hacked. So I tweet like a link to a PS5 being like, I'm giving away a free PS5. You could do that.
That's amazing.
Where it's like
Probably
you've been hacked for 7 years, or 8 years.
Is it just Pardon My Take or is it PF?
At Pardon My Take.
At Pardon My Take.
Yeah.
On Pardon My Take.
This is hilarious. This is his first tweet since 2015. We're breaking news here. This is enormous.
Breaking news. Here we go.
Your last tweet was an ad from December 9th, 2015. That's incredible.
I don't know. It just seems like it's a cesspool for I don't know.
No, it's a terrible place. You should tweet it and just never come back until you come back on our show. Every time you come on, you have to tweet.
Okay,
that's
it. It's
deal.
just that.
Wow, this is a time
Like Chase
capsule.
must be in. Yeah, he must be on Pardon My Take right now. He's tweeting again.
Because back in 2015, one of your last retweets was from Tony when he said the NFL has canceled our fantasy football convention this year in Vegas, and that is disappointing. And that's like a completely different world.
Yeah.
Than the world we live in right now, where the NFL has like
Gambling partners,
gambling
yeah.
partners. Calvin Ridley's laying down $500 parlays.
I remember that story too, and being like, "Yeah, Tony's right. Like, this is absolute bullshit. Why are they doing this?" Wow.
Okay, it's done.
You did it. What did you say?
We weren't able to send your tweet.
Fucking Elon.
Damn.
What's going on? I don't know. Maybe you'll have to do it afterwards. It's in the draft. Is it too long? Do they still do the
What did you say?
Said on Pardon My Take, we pissed about Lincoln Riley going to USC, and they want to see Tony Romo on the show. First tweet since 2015, by the way.
Oh man, how is that not going?
They probably emailed you. They're probably
what does it say?
They're probably checking your email and they're like, "Hey, we
That
want to
might-
make sure this is you."
That might be it.
Oh, that's a great first tweet back.
Let's
I love
see.
that.
I just had it. Let's see.
I mean, this is We're making history right now.
It doesn't say. It doesn't let me do it.
Why wouldn't it let you tweet it?
I don't know.
Is it too many characters? That
Is
doesn't
that?
seem like
I
it.
don't know.
No, 280 is what we're up to now.
All right, well, you tweet it later.
I'll do it. I'll do it after this. We're gonna
I
get it.
appreciate that.
We're
I just
gonna get
followed you, so that's big. You're
Okay,
following
nice.
9 people.
I feel like it's only good for like comedians. Like you guys are probably great on there. You know
We're
what
not
I mean?
No.
You know,
No,
come on.
we're washed up.
Yeah.
We're old.
I just basically tweet whatever's on my TV in front of me.
Right.
It's just like I'm watching sports and I tweet about that. That's about it.
Okay.
I just
everything else
complain.
is-
I just complain to corporations for bad customer service.
Right. I've almost
yeah.
done that. I'm like, that can't be my first tweet back from 2000.
That would
That
be
actually
funny
would be
too.
awesome. If you've been off for 7 years and you're like, hey, IHOP.
Yeah. Hey,
Tirade, yeah.
Chipotle.
Pancakes are done.
Yeah, when I order double
Undercooked.
guac, I mean double guac. Yeah, just coming back hot out of the gates. Wait, so like, what's coming up though? What's the next thing on Chace Crawford's? Like, I want to get you. What's the role that we can get you in? We have a movie we could pitch you on, but that's separate.
I want to hear that. Yeah. Is it me playing Tiger Woods? Because that's all.
Oh, we
Actually, you'd be
actually we
perfect.
could
Yeah.
because this is it's a movie. I don't want to get into the details too much, and we'll have you sign an NDA after. But it stars Adam Sandler, Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, David Spade, Topher Grace, Lawrence Taylor.
Rob.
This
No,
sounds
no, Rob
no,
Schneider.
no.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's
And
got a who's who.
It's called Boner Dogs.
So
And it's about a team of dog sled dogs that get lost out in the wilderness. One of them has a boner. Actually,
he should be the stunt cock.
you should be the stunt cock.
Yeah.
I'll be the dog.
And
Perfect.
also the voice of Tiger Woods' dog.
Right.
How about
right.
that?
This is
That
great.
would be great. Yeah.
This sounds-
We'll cast Tiger Woods' dog.
Let's do an awards campaign. This sounds awesome.
Okay, it's animated.
It's animated.
We're
okay.
working with loosely attached Happy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Ever heard of him?
Of course. Yeah.
So, yeah, things are. Oh, Kevin Garnett's in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah.
We've been
no,
verbally
you're-
writing it for 4 years now, 5 years.
I think even more.
Verbally
I think
writing it?
longer.
Verbally
I think
writing it,
longer.
yeah.
Like, there's no script. It's all up here. But yes, it's-
We're so stupid that we've done just enough where we say it so many times that someone is going to just make the movie out from under
just keep
us.
plugging it. Yeah,
And
boner
then-
dogs.
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. and
Well,
they're-
Sandler's
yeah.
in. He's told us on the show that he was in.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of Happy Madison and Sandler, I've always thought like there hasn't really been another good golf, like in the golf world. You know what I mean?
You weren't a
Like,
big Bagger
either
Vance
comedy
guy?
or, yeah. I mean, there was like Tin Cup, Bagger Vance. I
yeah.
mean, what else is there?
Yeah,
There's
no,
been-
I agree with you. Like Tin
know.
Cup was great,
yeah, it was great.
but there's obviously like a million baseball movies and a million football, basketball. We need a new golf movie.
You could play a really good like cop who golfs. Like you solve golf course crime.
Just yeah. That's that. There you go. That's the tag. Mustache. Miles can play the other guy.
Yeah.
Who would he be?
Have you ever played a cop before?
No.
I feel like you would be good at playing like a badass but funny cop.
I give off some cop energy. Great. Oh yeah, no, it'd be good to do some comedy.
He's basically just saying you would look good in aviators,
Yeah,
which is true because
yeah,
you would.
Here, try these on. Let's see if you can play a cop.
Yeah,
Pretend you're pulling me over.
yeah. No, that works. Yeah,
Yeah,
What's up? Yeah.
yeah. You look like a cop.
Go. Yeah. Let's do it.
I think you would probably look good in anything. So.
So talking to Miles about Top Gun, we actually interviewed him, I think like 2 years before Top Gun came out because it was like the start of the pandemic. It was right before the pandemic that we interviewed him.
Got
Yep.
you. Right.
And
It was literally like 2 weeks before. Yeah.
and he was talking about how excited he was and how awesome the movie was going to be. Then we kind of forgot about it for a
Right.
while and it came back. When he was filming it, were you buddies with him then?
I was. They filmed it like 4 years ago. I mean, it's been on the shelf for a long time because of the pandemic, obviously. So yeah, he's been excited for it to come out. Yeah, he's been great. Yeah, they filmed it like 2018 or something like that. I think so.
That seems to me like it'd be one of the toughest movies to film, like being actually in the planes.
Yeah. He told me a little bit about that. I didn't. It's like, Miles, you got to get me in there for that sequel, man. No, but he. I guess they had to do the full flight training. They shot it in the actual airplanes. Yeah.
What's the
But like
toughest?
Tahoe.
What's the toughest role you've ever had to play? Whether it be like what you're filming or how you had to play it.
I mean, it's not that I haven't had that many extremely tough. I mean, probably this one, just as far as like, you know, being in like the condom suit all day long, like the wetsuit I have to wear, and just having to sort of maintain at the gym. I mean, that's really been it. But it's been a breeze other than that, you know, like the actual work.
So speaking of that, how rampant is like HGH and steroids in Hollywood? Because
I hear rumors.
I don't think I'm not accusing you. I do not think that you have.
No. I have not. But I mean, I get the temptation, especially if you're, you know, whatever. If you're a little bit older and want to do it for just a specific amount of time, like there's definitely some people that do that.
It's basically anytime there's a new story where it's like this guy did this workout for 6 weeks and became like mid 90s WWE star.
Right.
Like you're like, heck, that makes no sense. How did that happen?
Well, no one's getting like the Roger Goodell, like, you know, email or, you know, mail in their locker being like, we're going to have you tested again tomorrow. Like, no one's getting tested, obviously. I don't think anyone really cares as long as they do it, you know, on their own time.
And then you get the Instagram ad where it's like, do the workout that Brad Pitt did for Fight Club. And it's
right.
I don't think that's going to get me Brad Pitt's body, but okay.
Testosterone pills.
Yeah, right.
I've been doing the 300 workout for the last 10 years.
Yes, that one.
I do 10. You got to do 10 sit-ups before breakfast, and then you get the 9-pack of abs on your stomach. Yeah. You look just like King Leonidas. I'm curious to know, because when we have actors on the show, like it's always fascinating to hear the moment that they knew that they had something going on. Because everybody that wants to be an actor, they're like, I want to move to LA and I want to make it. So was there a moment where you were like, I think now I've made it? Right.
I guess it was probably, you know, Gossip Girl out here, you know, again, unfortunately, but it was amazing. I guess we were seeing the Black Keys and the Arctic Monkeys in Central Park probably about this time in the summer. Like, first time in the summer, we're like 21 years old. Awesome. You know, New York is awesome. And people did start coming up to us at that point, like outside in Central Park. And that was a little bit of a moment like, oh, okay, we've got like a fan base here. This could be something cool. And then, that was that kind of moment, that moment there. And then the billboards were kind of the other thing. We're like, okay, wow. Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
that was a long time ago.
A little tip going forward: the correct answer is being on this show right now. Yeah, that's what you got to do and make us feel good.
That's right.
Like, I finally made it.
I have finally made it. This is it. This is the new one.
You're untouchable now.
This is my new moment.
Yeah, you're part of our crew now. We do take care of our own.
I love it.
That's what you have. That's actually the pitch you need to have to Tony, because again, we've never said anything bad about him.
Walking into the Barstool offices, yes, that's been my.
We then have his back. We're very quick. Like, if we meet someone that we've bashed, not that we've bashed you, but like we're very quick to just like, you know, tuck our tail and be like, yeah, okay, no problem. You're cool now.
I mean, you mentioned Zalatoris.
We're huge pussies.
We had him on the show one time.
I
would literally kill a man for him.
Oh yeah.
That's how instantly loyal we are.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, he's a great dude.
Do you have any enemies? How can we prove our loyalty to you?
Any enemies?
Whatever you want.
I won't kill anyone, but I just want to say, like, you know, if there's any issues that you have, if we can take care of it from the sanctity of our own laptops, we will do whatever.
Yeah, like if you want us to just lightly bully someone online, we're down.
Or heavily.
Bully someone or heavily. Yeah. My bookie here in New York. No, I can't think of anyone off the top of my head.
You don't seem like an enemy guy.
I'm not big on enemies. Yeah.
That's just the vibe I catch.
I'll just keep moving.
People people like you. All right, so I had one last question. This has been awesome, Chase. It is the Roback question. RHOBACK.com. Use code TAKE for 20% off your first purchase. We got to get you some Roback gear, because you putting on Roback gear would be great for Roback. But Q-Zips, hoodies, polos, great golf gear. Roback has it all. 20% off your first purchase. So you mentioned you're a Cowboys fan.
Yep.
Give us a prediction. And also, are you like, is there ever a moment where like, why did I have like the best years of the Cowboys when I was like 8 years old? Because it's been a long time.
Early 90s were fantastic. Yeah. It's been a long time.
It had to have felt great.
Yeah, it felt great. And then, you know, I do miss, ever since Tony left, it's been hard. It's been a love-hate relationship. But they've got all the talent in the world. That's the thing, man.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I might need a coaching change. I don't know.
Oh, I agree with that.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know fully. I don't know.
No, you're right.
All what goes on in there, but there might need to be a little bit of a switch up.
Well, what's going to happen is McCarthy he knows that he's just there for one more year.
Yeah,
he knows
right.
that, and then Sean Payton.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
That's what I thought could happen, potentially even when Tony was playing. But
Wait.
Sean Payne's a good dude.
So when Tony was playing, you guys, when did he officially become your brother-in-law? Was he on the Cowboys? Was he playing still?
It was about 11 years ago.
Okay,
actually.
so
Yeah.
So were there ever times like when he'd throw an interception and like you're with your friends and you're like, this fucking guy?
No, never. But it was painful. I mean, usually there was like a little box with the family. But I mean, my mom and sister made me so nervous. Me and my dad would usually just have to sit on our own. Like we get our own seats, and just so we didn't have to like hear anyone else like talk or think or do anything. So,
Right.
Yeah, the picks were tough, but man, there was a lot more. There was a lot more good moments.
No, there were
know what I
definitely
mean?
a lot more good moments, but it is hard. Like
Green Bay was tough. The Dez, that was the toughest.
Did he
moment.
catch it?
Absolutely, yeah,
Definitely caught it.
yeah.
Definitely
I mean,
caught
that was what do they call it? A football move? I mean, listen, he definitely caught it. He switched. That was a touchdown.
Yeah, no, I agree, and
Still
it
bitter
is
from that.
It probably was awkward to have like the team you love and now your brother-in-law, and it's like finding that line of. I'd just blame the offensive line if I were you.
Right.
It's like, yeah, they can't block for shit. I remember.
That's what we did, though. Yeah, he never really had that Ferrari of a team with all the components with that great offensive line.
Yeah.
You know what
Was
I mean?
it weird, like on Thanksgiving, like a big part of your family every year wasn't going to be there?
Oh, right. You mean
Like you'd be playing a game.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I guess that was because now he calls the game, so he is there for things. He would always make it back pretty quick, but yeah, we'd watch it. Yeah, Well, they had some home games.
Yeah,
they
are home
It was
games.
every other, I
yeah.
think. Yeah. So those are fun though, man. Yeah, it was good times. Yeah, we party afterwards. It was great. So.
Yeah.
Do you like listening to him on CBS, or is it one of those things where he's so close to you that you're like, oh God, I don't want to listen to this guy?
No, I love listening to him. Even after games, even when they would lose, sometimes he would record it. And he'd want to see specific plays just for him, but then he would point stuff out and he would break down, a 4-second play he'd talk about for 15 minutes. It was always cool to hear that. It's still cool to hear him. He comes across as like that excited fan that drops like this like savant, these great nuggets on the broadcast. I love listening to him.
Yeah,
it's great. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, Chase, this has been awesome, man. We
Thanks,
appreciate it. Everyone go watch The Boys on Amazon every Friday. Season 3 right now. PFT said he's going to watch 2 more episodes.
First 2
I'm
episodes
gonna watch.
You're hooked. Come
are
on.
fantastic.
I'm going to start watching.
You're
I am.
hooked.
I am.
It's a good show. It's not what you think. It's it's amazing.
Yeah,
So.
I enjoy. I'm not even a superhero guy.
Well,
And
I know.
I
I'm
watched
not
the
really
first
either.
episode
Yeah.
last night, and I
Yeah.
was like, I got to watch another one.
And our
Yeah.
producer, Hank, is a fan of you and fan of the show. And so he was like, you guys should have him on because this show is awesome and a lot of people watch it.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
I'm big fans as well. So yeah, this was my career moment. Walking into Barstool.
Awesome.
This
Yes,
was it.
there we go.
This
Good
is
luck
it.
getting the Twitter account.
Yes,
too.
get that tweet out.
I will. I'm gonna have to figure that out. It's been hacked.
All right, thanks, Chase.
Thanks, guys.
Chace Crawford was brought to you guys by Sport Clips. At Sport Clips Haircuts, expert stylist gives you a champion cut that's guaranteed to impress. Sport Clip stylists are specifically trained in how to cut guys' hair. The next time you're in, ask for the MVP haircut experience, a champion haircut with neck and shoulder treatment, perfectly steamed hot towel, and a 7-point massaging shampoo. If you've never had the legendary hot towel at Sport Clips, you have not lived, my friend. Go there, get the MVP experience. The neck and shoulder treatment not available in Washington or Oregon. Sport Clips is the ultimate hair cutting experience. Not only will you leave feeling great, but you're going to look fantastic too. Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. And now here's Will Compton.
All right, we're going to do our Mt Rushmore. We've got Will Compton in studio. PFT has to catch a flight, so he's in an Uber on Zoom. This is just podcasting at its finest, gritty, grinded out podcasting. But PFT, you were in the Uber and Will got here, and on behalf of the two of us, I officially passed the torch. I passed the torch, bussing with the boys, number 1. Pass the torch.
Number
Had to.
one.
Yeah,
Incredible.
we're gonna retire at the end of the year, I told him.
Well, I mean, they're doing stuff that we'd never even thought of doing in the podcasting game.
Right.
Let's
So,
hear him. I want to hear
At-
what
at
we're
some
doing.
point-
Yeah.
Well, at some point, you have to give it up for innovation. You have to know when you've been bested. And what you guys are doing, you've got like one smaller guy who's getting a little bit bigger in his old age, and you've got one bigger guy on the show, and you do a podcast out of a van. At that point, you have to be like, they're breaking the mold right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, when the Beatles saw Jimi Hendrix play, they're like, well, I can't even begin to compare to this. So that's how I feel watching you guys. So it's an honor actually to have you in my seat right now.
Yeah.
We've
just been
that.
running the ball down the gut for 6 years, and then you guys showed up and started fucking air raid offense, and we're done. Tears and everything. We're done.
Yeah,
We're
Tear
cooked.
Talk. There's a lot of originality that comes out of Bussin' with the Boys that Taylor and I have been very satisfied about. Mt Rushmore,
Yeah.
Tear Talk,
Yep.
doing it on a bus,
Yep.
couple guys just bantering, talking shop, gritty.
You guys
we
did
built
a
it from the-
tour.
we
yeah,
built
you
it from
went
the
to
ground up.
different
Yeah,
facilities.
the Bus and Spring Tour.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this training camp, we're doing something called Lunch Pail Week.
Oh,
and we're just
nice.
going to go across the
incredible.
country.
Aren't you guys inventing
Incredible.
a bowl game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bowl game,
There
yeah.
we go.
That's
Do you guys
crazy.
got a
Yeah.
Boca
That's
Raton.
okay.
How'd that one go?
Ponzi
Yeah.
scheme awareness
well,
bowl?
no. You see, Will doesn't even know that we're talking about that we actually did their idea 5 years ago. He's thinking the Arizona Bowl.
I am thinking the Arizona Bowl.
He does.
Oh.
That's smart. You know what? He's smart because I
Yeah.
think what the genius of Bussin' with the Boys is it's not actually Will and Taylor. It's the guys behind the computers. They're like, hey, here's an idea. Let me just scroll through PMT's 2016 catalog.
Have you seen
Boom.
have you seen our no huddle stuff where we have
Yeah.
guys and they kind of like answer the internet? Like
It's great.
I'm talking
That shit's
groundbreaking
great,
shit,
dude.
boys.
You guys-
Groundbreaking shit.
I
Well,
do.
that's it. That's good. The lunch pail stuff, I've never heard anybody do anything with that before.
Yeah.
That's certainly like, it's not what I named my business back in 2014.
No.
No, not at all. Like
Yeah.
you guys are just like on the bleeding edge.
You want to hear? We're also gonna do. We're gonna try and make tight ends great again as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
cool.
good.
I actually am very happy for all your success because I do love you, Will, and it is good to see the boys getting some shine and
I
the
do
glow
appreciate
up.
that. I think it's a little. I was trying to banter with you guys right there, but if you listen to the Bus with the Boys episode today that just dropped,
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of love passed to the part of my take boys.
Oh.
And the people who are already out there spin chicklets, because I was talking about the
Oh,
algorithm.
you were talking about becoming number one.
Yeah, becoming
Got
number
it.
one.
You were doing an
We
acceptance speech.
We did the boys. I shouted out all the boys behind the computers,
Got
talked
it.
about how gritty they are, the hardest working men in America. We all came up, did a shot of Whistle Pig. Cheers.
Were you still number one at the end of the speech?
We were still number one at the end
Got
of the
it.
speech.
Nice.
We fell to number two as your. Wouldn't even know when this comes out. We're probably not even in the top 5 anymore. But
the moment is what
the
matters.
moment is what matters because I don't know how that shit works because I know for a fact, like, you guys have hundreds of thousands, maybe 7-figure downloads on an episode. And I'm like, we're not even fucking breaking 6 figures yet in a week on one episode. So I'm like, I don't know how it works, whether it's like a consistent, newer thing or whatever, but we're going to enjoy this moment.
Listen, a good friend of mine, Deion Sanders, once told us, always make a monument out of a moment.
Ooh, I
You like
love
that?
Yeah,
You like that?
We might do a segment with that. I
That's
don't
good.
know.
That's good.
That's fresh.
I like that. And also, I think you might have had a little misstep here, though, Will, because you came on to our show. We're going to get the Compton bump.
Yeah.
It's real.
And then next thing you know, part of my take, because you're on this show, part of my take is going to overtake Bussin' with the Boys. And we might not turn back. You might have just passed the torch. It might have been Schrodinger's torch. At the same moment as Big Cat gave it to you, you gave it right back to us.
But
Yeah.
I'm all about the boys. So a rising
One
tide lifts all
heartbeat.
ships. I know you said that quote too, PFT.
Yep.
That's I think
Don't get
you
political.
came up with the
Don't
quote.
get political.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm all for the boys, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can ask in the Compton bump, you can ask Ronan Sass about the Boyd Dad merch.
Yeah. The Raiders last year. The
Yeah,
Compton bump.
yeah.
That's real.
They
Yeah.
cut me, and you look at what happened.
Yeah.
They lost first round of the Super Bowl
Exactly.
champion.
Playoff play. No,
Exactly.
it's good. One thing I just realized too, you have a guy that always represents the Washington Commanders organization, and then you've got another guy on the show that's a big Big Ten guy. So that's cool. Like, we should have thought about doing something like that.
That was actually very disrespectful to Will because Nebraska is a Big Ten school. And so,
Why? How's that? Maybe it's going over my head. Like,
well,
we're
he was
Big
saying
Ten guys.
Taylor's the Big Ten guy, but you,
Yeah, no, you're.
I
good.
recognize you.
Oh, I see what's
I
going on.
recognize you.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on. now.
Come on, we're Big
I mean,
Ten
Wisconsin-
It's easy to think of first rounders. You know, he kind of rides coattails. Like, he's all about getting the high achieving guys first. He doesn't think of the gritty undrafted motherfuckers out there.
All right, so Will, It's great that you're here in studio. Real quick before we do the Rushmore, year 10?
We'll see what happens.
Are we feeling it? Are we not feeling it?
I'm always feeling it. I think right now it's work as hard as fucking possible on what's in front of you, and that's training every day. That's staying in shape. That's eating enough meat that vegans would want to go protest in D.C. right now.
Mm-hmm.
The boys always going to be ready. But until then,
yeah,
we'll be doing Bussin' with the Boys.
Let me ask you a question. Have you thought about, as a bit, how funny it would be if you could just, like, keep getting just even to an OTA and get to, like, year 25? Just keep going. Year 12, you went in for a tryout with the Broncos. Year 12, loading. Year 15, like, and it just keeps on going, and you're literally the man that never retired.
Right. I do think there are a couple of coaches out there that would go with that bit as well.
Yeah.
Our friend Vrabel.
Yep.
He's all about it.
Yep.
I think we could get LaFleur, Bisaccia, those guys up in the North, Green Bay. I think we can get them involved.
Yes. If you go to the Packers, I will hate your guts.
Really?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Wisconsin.
No. Bears.
Oh, yeah, Bears. You're a Bears guy. I forgot about that. That's
Aaron
my fault.
Rodgers, if you become friends with Aaron Rodgers, you're going to jail too.
What if he brings it down from the inside?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you go as a mole, that's fine.
And just spy, try to get you guys as much information
Give me
as
all
possible.
the dirt.
Try and become his best friend.
Yep.
Yeah, or Will, what you could do is, as a bit too for the show, I think you guys would be really good at this. You could maybe try out for the XFL, like as a bit.
I would never stoop that low. I don't think I would ever go that low and fucking do a documentary on me failing in the XFL.
You know what the best part about this, having you here, is I guarantee you there will be people online who are like, are Bussin' with the Boys and PMT beefing?
Yeah, like real beef. Hey, because
real beef.
Hey, because sometimes we're like, whether it's Tier Talk or I might have saw one yesterday on the top post, but there's always some diehard fucking AWLs out there that just
what's the diehard tier 1 guys?
Yeah, that just go at us on like, oh, you guys don't do shit that's original.
Yeah,
like fucking Tier
God
Talk
bless 'em.
is Mount Rushmore.
God bless them. You need the protectors because sometimes you got to sleep. You
Yeah.
need someone at the wall to make
You got
sure
some
the
people out
shit
there.
gets done.
I feel like they're like your guys' burner accounts.
They could be Billy's. He probably has a bunch.
He's
but
got a lot of time right now.
Yes. But yes,
He's
we need
promoting the boys.
we need those people on the wall. We appreciate, like, there are definitely a select. It's basically every podcast I think has like a SEAL Team 6. I know them. I can see them online.
Yeah.
I know which ones are like they'll go and they'll get in the mud with just random, like, some dude who like isn't even on ESPN but works for ESPN with like 6,000 followers. He'll go fucking get in the trenches with him, and it's like, I see you, I know,
dude. Rico, like, I wouldn't say like I'm sure Rico's not like a tier 1 or watches Bussin' with the Boys, but you know,
he does.
You know how Rich Eisen's been bantering with us on like coming on the bus.
Yeah,
the first time it happened when he was like having fun on his show, Rico, because we were here, walked up to us and goes, "Hey, this fucking guy, Rich Eisen, like, do you need me to say something?" And we're like, we just laugh, like, nah, Rico, it's all good. Like that's our boy. Like, he's just having fun.
Yeah,
like,
but that's Rico.
Shit.
Rico's a perfect encapsulation of the guys you need on the wall. Well, actually, no, that doesn't actually work anymore. Never mind. He got off the wall.
But he's still in there. Let's be honest.
He got off the wall.
People think that we invent stuff. Like, people actually think that we invented Mount Rushmore. So when there's like a morning show in Cleveland that does a Mount Rushmore of like Browns players of all time, then they like tag us and they're like, "Yo, they're stealing your bit."
Yeah.
And it's like, no, we were actually stealing their bit, ironically.
Right.
And then made it our bit. Like, somebody tagged us in when Bucci Grass did the Bucci Overtime Challenge. Because like one time as a joke, we said we're doing this thing called the Gucci Overtime Challenge, where you just tell us who you think scores in overtime. And now people think that we did Bucci's bit before Bucci.
Yeah. It's perfect. You guys have a real audience. Like, the audience is strong.
Yeah.
We got to tell them to stand back and stand by, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, we're at peace times with the Bussin' Boys. That's an absolute fact. We are at peace time with the Bussin' Boys. We will let you know if wartime ever happens again, but we are absolutely at peace times. We're allies. We're on the same team. One heartbeat. All of that.
Love that. The
all
boys are back.
All right, so let's do it. In honor of that, let's do the Mount Rushmore of boys. So we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of boys. Will, you're going to start.
Nope. I'm going second.
All right, so why don't you guys start? Team Hank will start. We'll go around the room. Mount Rushmore boys, open-ended, very
Can
open-ended.
we get a
dude,
definition,
hey,
like a rough definition?
This
No,
was
it's
so
just-
fun to like look into because I probably have like 20 people that I was thinking of.
So we have some literal boys. I'll just say that on our list. We have some literal boys.
Yeah.
Some animated boys, some fictional
We have
boys.
some literal boys.
All right. Well,
How's Hank feeling? Can I get a vibe check on Hank? 'Cause I'm
Not
in the
good.
studio right now. I'm
Not
curious.
good. He just
Okay.
had a piece of pizza,
That's what I
though,
figured.
so he's feeling a little better.
You can tell he's not in it. He asked for the definition and he kind of just got quiet and leaned
He's,
back.
he's a suit.
Yeah.
He's a suit now.
no, it's just like
Entourage
it's like the
warned us about
spelling. It's
this.
like the spelling bee, like language of origin, please. Like I'm just trying to double check, make sure our answers are good.
Do you want me to give you one boy off the list that we're not going to probably use to give you?
Sure.
Okay. Here's one boy off our list.
This is your pick
An
or
honorable
PFT's
mention.
pick.
No, this is we discussed earlier. The Beach Boys.
Well, yeah, that's multiple boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
multiple
boy.
boys.
You know,
Yeah.
you can use multiple boys
So I could
Yeah,
be
Mount
like
Rushmore boys.
the entire
Yeah.
team of the Remember the Titans from the Remember the
if
Titans
you want to
movie.
do that. You can do that.
That's a good group of boys.
All right. Pablo Sanchez.
That's a good one,
backyard
dude.
Baseball. Good pick. There you go.
That's
Hank.
a really good
That's
pick.
a boy. That
Greatest
is a
athlete
boy.
of our generation.
Yes, that is a boy. That's a great pick.
Thanks.
That's a great pick. All right.
I'm gonna go
That was Jake. Very cool.
John Madden.
John Madden is
John
is a
Madden.
man.
He's. I
do
think
you
he
mean?
came out of the womb with like a comb over.
Wait,
and
wait,
350 pounds.
So like,
He's a man's
you know,
man.
hey,
So he's the most man a
You
man
think
has
a
ever
boy?
been.
You think a boy could be
Yeah.
a football coach?
What's
There's
crazy?
no boy in him.
what's tough about this is I thought I was gonna kill it. Like I thought BC was gonna look at me and be like, that was on my list.
Well, they're very snarky. They like to
Well,
try
Will,
and like
Will
shame
also-
the audience.
Can I just say real quick? I texted Will. I was like, we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of boys. He's so vain and like so in his own head because he's number one now. He goes, oh, so like the Mount Rushmore of people we've had on the bus? I was like, what?
Oh, I had a few questions in there. I was like, historic, animated, bussin' boys, and he did say the vain thing, which touche. But I said that, like you just said, they're very like they can be chaotic. They want to create division at times, and I wouldn't put
Always.
it past them because they love chaos.
And they're trying to influence the audience to make them.
No, we're
Right.
not
vote for
influencing
them.
anyone.
Yeah.
All right.
So hang on. This is where the definition plays.
No.
Because
See, that's where it's like they like
if
to think
you-
it's open ended,
like,
but
to
then you
me,
go
you're the
answer and
boy.
they say that's wrong.
Like to me, you're the boy. Like you're the boy. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody in here is a boy.
okay.
So I don't know why John Madden wouldn't play. Now I can
I
pick.
agree
I
with
only
you. If-
see
if-
John
I
Madden
take.
is a
Oh,
man.
fine. I'll take it. If we can't. If he's considered a man, my number one pick.
No.
well,
You can
that's
keep
your
it.
pick. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep it.
No,
Well, no,
you-
I thought we were doing
yeah,
boys.
your hands off the piece. I just
No,
feel
that
like
Big Cat.
John Madden-
When you give a definition and say it's open ended, you can't then be
No,
like
I
that
know,
doesn't count.
But I can
No, we're
also
not.
say I
But we
consider
can-
John Madden
so-
a man. Go ahead, PFT.
I consider him a god.
Yeah.
We can still debate it.
That's why I
He's
love
a
that
dude.
pick.
He's a guy.
Yeah, but he's a boy. Like he's for the boys. Madden, bro. Madden
Okay.
is in every young kid's room.
See, we're making it now about young kids, not John Madden.
Well, that's, he's for the
Okay,
boys.
all right. That's a good pick. Good pick.
I have. Trust me, I have a whole list.
Okay, all right.
If we have a
PFT,
definition, they
you
got to
want to
be
go with our first pick?
teenagers or under. I'll do it.
Yeah, let's go. Big Cat, go with our first pick.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the Bad Boys. The Bad Boys.
Bad boys.
Like,
Yeah.
Will Smith,
movie?
Martin Lawrence.
Yes. The Bad Boys.
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me
I mean,
mine's a
come
man,
on.
but you're gonna
Pistons
say the
are the
bad
movie.
boys.
Well, yeah, it's the Bad Boys. You could do the Pistons too, but it's the Bad Boys.
Which boys?
Will Smith and Martin Lawrence specifically, but it is also, yeah, you could say that the Pistons too, the Bad Boys.
Come on, man.
Bad
They're
boys
the
for
Bad
life.
Boys.
Hey, like, let's get some.
Bad boys.
Some
What you gonna
specificity.
do?
What you gonna
Yeah,
do
there you
when
go.
they
Chicks
come
take
for
bad
you?
boys.
Bad boys. Bad boys.
Bad boys.
Like,
All right.
No, you can say it. Well, it makes
Oh,
no
we got
sense.
another.
That's fine.
You know what? We got another Hank on our hands.
This one's gonna. This next pick PFT is about to do is gonna drive you guys insane. Go ahead, PFT.
Yeah, you're gonna hate this
Caitlyn
one.
Jenner.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Who's a good boy? We're going with who's a good boy. Saying who's a good boy to your dog.
Yep.
You're very good boys.
Yeah. When your dog, that's a good boy. And a little
The
boop
fuck
on
are we
your
doing?
door.
is this why I rushed here?
Hey Will, who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
I'm
You
a-
will.
I'm a good
You
boy.
good boy?
I'm a good- hey, I'm a
yeah,
good
you
boy.
are a good boy.
Yeah.
Who's a
So
good boy?
your
What,
second
your
boy.
boy?
Let me just clear this up so we're on the same page.
The Mount
Okay,
Rushmore
sure.
Your
boys.
second boy is a phrase.
You know, is your dog when you say, who's a good boy?
No, it's a
Yeah.
phrase.
Yeah, that's
Brilliant.
fine. That's fine. I don't care.
Of course, you're a good boy. It's a very
Mount Rushmore
yeah,
phrases.
okay,
I guess
we
that's
can
what we're
change
doing
it to,
now.
very good boys.
Yeah, very good boys. There you go.
You know, it's a very good boy. That's what it is.
Yeah, very
Because
good
a
boy.
boy and say who's a good boy is in reference to the very good boy.
Yeah, so it's very
Listen,
good
I
boy,
got it.
parentheses,
I
dog.
I got it. I
Yeah.
just don't fucking agree with it.
Okay. We
Hang
don't
on.
have to agree.
So is that PFT's first one or both
no,
of you guys?
so
That's
it's
two.
a team
question.
and they're
Both
a
of us.
team.
Oh, gotcha.
By the way, this is. I mean, people like Mount Rushmore season because it gets contentious. This is a contentious Mount Rushmore. This is good.
No,
I shouldn't even tell you. You're the top of the business. I don't need to give you a chance.
Controversy sells. He knows that.
Oh, we're going with
Like when
controversy.
JJ Redick said his fucking pizzas. What a psycho.
Yes, right? What did he say? Like white onion and
I
basil?
love JJ, but when he said that, I was like, what is going on right now?
I'm just
It's like a
sitting there
little
like,
That's actually-
sprinkle of olive oil.
Yeah. I'm
It's
gonna
a
go with
good
my wife's
idea, though,
favorite.
to get people talking.
Yeah.
To get people talking online, like do an episode where you guys do bad pizza toppings. That's
Ooh.
funny too. You should look into doing
Yeah,
more
we
of that.
might look into doing that. We might look into doing that.
right.
Will I come up with this tier talk? It's going to be worst pizza
All
toppings.
right, Will, go ahead with your next pick.
And man, I'm shook right now. I'm going to go with
I'm going to be supportive of whatever you say.
I mean, it's fire. Like I'm just trying to decide which one I want to say here.
Okay.
Tommy Pickles.
Oh, now that's a good pick.
Thank
Now,
you.
am I saying that just because I said I was going to say that, or
I
do
did-
I actually think that?
The way you lit your eyebrows kind of lifted, like that was actually a solid pick.
Yeah, no, it is. Tommy Pickles, all-time character.
Yeah, he
And a
is.
boy.
And a boy.
And a boy.
Keeps everybody out of trouble.
Yup.
Keeps Chucky sane.
Yep.
Keeps Angelica at bay.
Has
Has to keep an eye on the twins.
That's
like he's a good boy. Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah.
there like a fucked up like reason there or like that show was like all like I'm not gonna get into
Oh
it.
come on, Hank.
Yeah, I don't want to. It was like depressing.
Hank's gonna pick the Proud Boys.
No, that's PFT.
Oh yeah, there's a,
Shit. We missed that
I
one.
thought-
We
I thought
would've
that's where you're going with
definitely
the
picked
very
that
good
one.
boys.
Yeah, shit.
Our second pick. Wait, it's our pick, right?
Yeah. You have 2 and 3.
We will go with the Sandlot team.
Oh.
So now you're going with that. You're siding with the whole. Let's do a group.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I asked for clarification
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I had no fucking
I
idea.
clarified. I
Yeah.
said you could do groups.
So that's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that.
They're the
Good
boys.
pick. Yeah, those are the boys.
Those are the boys. That's
Yeah.
if anything, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then our third pick, Matthew McConaughey. Good pick, Hank. Thanks, guys.
Good pick.
Thanks.
Can
All
you
right,
explain
great
it?
pick.
Can you
I was
explain
letting
it?
it digest.
Yeah, he's just the absolute boy. It's like if he's living the dream. He's a cool dude. I feel like if you saw him, he'd be riding a horse or something, like, having a nice piece of straw in his mouth, cowboy hat on, glass of whiskey, cool voice,
Yeah.
Texas.
I'm with that.
Yeah, I
'cause-
mean, he's
and
the
he
man.
He gives up like pep talks to the teams that he like
Yeah.
owns or works with.
Yeah. I don't want to.
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I
he's
think
he's a dude to me, but that's fine.
what is
He's a
that?
dude.
Can
That
dudes
big
not
cat.
be your boy?
Big
They
cat.
were maybe boys, but he's like certified a dude.
Dog. How you gonna go with the bad boys?
Yeah, those are the bad
And then
boys.
like those are dudes.
No,
Those are
bad
actors.
boys.
No, they're not even
Literal
the boys.
bad
They're
boys.
the actors acting like boys.
Sandlot?
Those are the boys. Those are the characters, though.
Okay. Listen, it's a contentious
I
Mount Rushmore.
personally I like that one because Matthew McConaughey. If I saw him, I'd be, hey, you're one of the boys. You're a
I'd
boy.
be like, what's up, dude?
Because Ryan Reynolds almost made my list because I love Ryan Reynolds.
He's the boy.
What was the explanation of that?
He's just my favorite probably dude in the world.
Oh, dude.
Without meeting him or knowing him, just watching all of his
You
stuff, I love.
subconsciously just revealed
I
he's a
love
dude.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, we might have lost PFT in a tunnel. All right, go ahead. Your next pick.
I'm gonna go with
It's hard. This is a hard one.
No, I just know what your reaction is probably gonna be. I'm gonna go with a Hall of Famer right here,
Okay.
Rocky Balboa.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
Want to expound?
no.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
I think the movies explain themselves. You know what I
Okay.
mean? It speaks for themselves. Rocky 1, 2, 3. Like if you want me to go into a little bit here,
He was kind of whipped, though.
Yeah, I mean Rocky 5.
I mean he
Tommy
had,
gun in the alley.
yeah. Hey, you knock him down. Why don't you try knocking me down now? Yeah, my ring's outside. That's a juicy. That's like the only juicy
it's a bad
scene.
movie, but it's
that's the only juicy scene.
Yeah. Oh, PFT's coming back in.
And people who claim that Rocky IV is their favorite, they're fake Rocky fans.
Yeah. Why? You think which one?
I just think it's Rocky IV, the
Rocky
Russian
IV is the
one.
most popular.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
would be
the
like-
easiest mainstream. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, if you can just answer, like, oh, what's your favorite song of this band, and you say the most popular one.
right. Yes.
Okay. I actually agree with that. They're all great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I mean, the original's
They
great.
are all great. Like
2 is fucking great.
really good. 3. I mean, he loses in he loses the Eye of the Tiger in 3.
Right.
Apollo Creed and him are kind of like part of my taking busting with the boys.
Whole thing. No, well then in 4. So
Like
you
how-
guys, are we Rocky or you
you
Apollo?
guys?
In 4, would you die or would we die?
We die.
We die.
Yeah, I think you
that's
guys
the
have
passing
to
He
of
die.
the
kills
torch.
us.
That is
Because
literally the passing
in
of the torch.
3, I like to think about you guys training us, like
Right.
trying to find the Eye of the Tiger.
That makes sense. All right, PFT, did you see my text?
Yeah. I
Okay.
like
All right. So we're gonna go with the true boys that are forever boys.
There we go.
It's Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. They never grow up.
Mhm.
How can you not? I mean,
Always boys.
they're always boys.
Forever a boy.
They never want to grow up. They are the true boys. Is that not the essence
Either-
of a boy?
What are you? It sounds
Either
like you're
die
explaining
a boy or
Pinocchio more than Peter Pan.
What are you talking about?
No,
Peter Pan and the Lost Boys.
The Lost Boys, they're boys. You either die a boy or you live long enough to become a man. They kind of have both of it because they're forever boys, even when they're men.
They're literally trapped in boyhood forever.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
But
would
like,
be
why
better
not
than
just
that?
go with Peter Pan?
Well, it's Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. It's the whole group. Because, I mean, dude, you're going to kick out Rufio? Rufio's a G.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't think you've seen the movie.
I haven't seen.
I
the
don't
movie.
think you've seen Hook.
No, I haven't seen. the
No,
movie.
he hasn't seen Hook. So this is like whatever. I mean, it's one of the greatest. I actually there was a remember this, Hank, like 10 years ago when we had the debate. I said Hook is a top 50 movie all time. Everyone lost their mind, but I seriously think that. I think it's a top 50 movie all time. That movie fucking rocks.
Is that serious, or are you just
Yes,
being
dead
big
serious.
cat? Are you just
If
being
you
big
watch
cat?
that
Are you big
movie-
cat right
He
now?
was
Or you
not.
telling
He
me?
was hot taken.
I was dead serious. Watch that movie and tell me that's not a phenomenal movie.
Oh,
But
man,
a top
you did
50 of all
You
time.
did a list, too. I don't think I
did
could
do a
find
list.
it.
I did a list. I think it comes
was-
in around the 40s, but it's a top 50 movie of all time.
It was a
All right.
It's a great movie.
I mean, it is your truth. Like, it's not like I can tell you like what your
Thank
favorite
you.
movies
I
are.
appreciate
That's true.
that. All right,
Too.
PFT, our last pick.
So we wanted to go with a musical group in our last pick, and we wanted to be like the best boys of all time. And there's several to choose from going back through, history, going back to like the 60s, 70s, 80s. A lot of boy bands, a lot of boys. We decided to go with the best, the GOATs, the Island Boys. I'm a just Island boy. I'm a just Island boy. I'm a just
That one pissed me off.
Island
Yeah,
boy.
that one pissed me off the most. That one pissed me off the most.
That's
dude.
when we go
And not
full
that I
chaos.
haven't. That's not that I haven't been singing. Not that I wasn't singing that song when it was hot, but just the fact that you guys are picking the Island Boys for the Mount Rushmore of boys.
I like that
Island
pick.
Boys. Thank you, Hank.
Like,
like
because
that
mine since yeah.
From the
Oh.
Caribbean.
Because I'm gonna go. The fact that I'm saying, because I'm pivoting to a group because I just want to be involved in this whole group pick. I'm picking the '95 Huskers, and the fact that the Island Boys are sharing a podium with the '95 Huskers just pisses me the fuck off.
Okay, so that's your last pick? 95
Yeah.
Huskers?
Yeah,
Both on steroids.
Pander pick.
it's okay. It's all good. This is
Pander
my
to
truth.
Yeah, both on steroids.
Let me
Pander to
fucking-
his fan base.
Let me search what pander means. My wife does this to me all the time. She just drops she's like-
Words?
yeah, words that I just don't
Yeah.
She says words to you?
gratify or indulge. So I'm
Yeah, we're
indulging.
Yeah,
indulging.
you're
you right
indulging the Nebraska, the hardcore Big Red Nation.
Yeah, it's one of the best fan bases out there, and I think I always, anytime I have an opportunity to
Right.
get on a platform like this
It's
and shout out
Pander,
the
yeah.
boys, like
Yeah,
I'm trying
right,
to.
Exactly.
No disrespect to us in 2012.
Would you say that, are you a boy if you are jacked up on steroids?
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on now.
Husker power?
Yeah. Cocaine and steroids back in the 90s.
I mean,
That's it. That's all you need. And
all-time
fullbacks.
football team.
Like, imagine if you're in that locker room, BC, and some of the boys are like, "Hey, I got some stuff."
Yeah.
Are you about to do it?
Yeah.
Why?
He
For
just-
the boys.
he just-
For the
he
boys.
sees-
Right.
Yeah, that's true. For
Tom
the boys.
Osborne has his nice, sweet voice who's hyping you up, and you look to the left and right, and you just tell the boys, "Hey, let's go
you know
get
what?
busy."
I like the way you explained it. I like that pick. If you're down to take 20 years off your life for the boys, you're a boy.
I
Amen,
agree. And
brother.
also, just there were a shitload of unironic mullets in that locker room, which is always cool for the boys. Like, if you see an ironic mullet, it can be funny sometimes or whatever. But if you've got like a locker room that's got 9 to 10 genuine mullets because they think it looks sweet and badass,
Yeah.
those are some boys.
Bro,
Yes.
hey, I agree with you so much. Is because you know they're having a great time and they don't give a fuck whatever anybody else is thinking.
Yes, absolutely. All right, Hank, your team's last pick.
You want a quick little inside baseball on our Mt Rushmore group text?
Yeah.
After your last pick, someone, I'll let you guys guess who, said L, PFT
Memes.
weighing down the team, PFT weighing down Team Big Cat this season.
Memes. That motherfucker.
Memes.
Where is he right now?
So mean.
That's so mean. Okay.
Our last pick, we also were going to go with a musical artist. We decided we would choose the top artist on YouTube for the last 3 years. Most views, most listens. Big Cat loves him. It's NBA Youngboy.
Ooh, I do love him.
I don't know who that is.
I don't
NBA
either.
Youngboy?
They always do.
He does the most listens on YouTube?
Is
Yeah.
he brazy?
I actually think he's
He's
C.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's
Does
crazy.
he go
He's
crazy?
crazy with the C. Okay, good pick.
Thanks.
Yeah. That
I
was
feel like
good.
it kind of ended on a weird note.
No, that's all right. We'll do honorable mentions real quick. So we had also on our list, we had Saturday for the boys, Boy George. We had Big Boy.
Hang on. Did Bussin' Boys?
They did. Yeah, no, here it is. Bussin'. Beastie Boys, Soldier Boy, the
That
Beach
would've been a good
Boys.
pick.
Yeah, Fat Boy Slim, Soldier Boy would have been a great pick.
I had a list for.
Fuck.
Hey,
I
I
might
had,
have fucked that up. Yeah.
I had a list for Horniest Boys.
Horniest Boys?
Yeah. It was. Hang on, let me find it.
Was Soldier Boy a big miss by us?
Yeah.
And we went Island Boys instead? I feel good about Island Boys.
Yeah, you
I'm fine with
guys-
Island Boys.
Yeah, the Island
Shit.
Boys was
Hank
tough.
said it was a great pick.
Shit. Yeah,
Now
Hank
this
did
is where
say.
Hank tries to rewrite history because he's like, "Oh, memes is bullying me in just saying that was an L, rare common PFTL plus ratio on me." No, it's not. It was a good pick. Go with your first instinct, Hank.
Now I said never texting this chat again. I like it memes. You're just like
Yeah.
I like memes with spiciness.
Yeah,
but you gotta embrace it.
We need the contention.
I chirp PFT all the time.
Yeah, the contention
His
on Mount
picks
Rushmore.
are terrible, and he is weighing down their team.
No, he's not. No, he's
Oh,
not.
stop it, Hank. Not gonna work.
Not
I mean,
gonna
have you
work.
guys won? I'm single Mount
I
Rushmore.
mean, dude,
despite
Island
the
Boys.
pandering and super teaming.
Yeah, we have. We actually have, Hank. So I'm gonna cut you off right there.
All right, what are your honorable mentions, Will?
Doug Funny.
Yep.
Kevin Hart was on there.
Okay. Because he's short.
Robert. You know, you gotta play the political game every now and then.
What do you mean by that? Expound on that.
Well, here's one that will expound on it. Robert Downey Jr.'s character in Tropic Thunder.
Okay.
Dude. Hey, Adam Sandler.
Yes.
Dude,
That's a good one.
I don't know why I didn't
He's a
say
boy.
that one. Yeah, he's a boy.
Because he's
for
always
real.
like, I think a boy has to have a little of that immaturity in them.
Yeah, and he
he's got
comes into
that.
any
Yeah.
set, any media, pulls up on dudes playing basketball on the street and just wants to hoop, just
He's
wants
got
to be
the
with the
boyhood in
boys.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
also
then,
think it's important for a boy to have boys.
Yeah.
That's a big part of being a boy, and Adam Sandler's got boys.
He does. He's
Yeah.
got a lot of boys.
Yeah.
This was a great Mount Rushmore, though. Thank you, Will.
I had a lot of fun. I
This has
learned a
been
lot
great.
about how you guys do it a little bit more.
We love you, and we're going to do another Mount Rushmore later on in the summer with you and Taylor together.
That'd be great. And
Yeah.
I love you guys too.
All right.
And I appreciate you for passing the torch over.
It was my pleasure.
Personally, I would like to tell everybody if they want to follow me on Twitter, I'm chasing 1 million followers right now.
Oh, nice. What are you at?
_ Will Compton. I am at 187,000.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
a ways to
We'll
go,
get you
but
Yeah, close.
you know,
Close.
you got to start somewhere.
I was going to say closer than you were at 0, but that's actually not true.
Yeah.
But closer than you were at 0. That's true.
No.
You're closer to 0, but you are closer,
closer
to a
to
million
0
than you were
Then I were
when
I was
at
at 0. I'm with that.
That's a
Yes,
fact.
That's what I need. That's the
a fact.
energy.
All right, PFT, have a safe flight. Thank you, Will.
Great Mount Rushmore by Will Compton, Big Cat, PFT, and the boys, and me, PFT, Liam, and Memes. We did our thing, and Jake. Very cool. But I'm here to talk about Vizzy. If you've been listening for a while, you already know we love Coors Light, and lately we've been chilling with another member of the Coors Light family, Vizzy Hard Seltzer. Summertime is seltzer time, and Vizzy Hard Seltzer is the best. With a variety of bold fruit flavors and antioxidant vitamin C, there's just no other way to describe it. Vizzy is a vibe. Vizzy is an absolute vibe. This week, I'm going to be going to the beach. I'm going to be playing golf. I'm going to be gassing Vizzies and chucking good vibes everywhere I go because Vizzy is a vibe. It's got you covered this summer with a wide range of refreshing fruit flavors like pineapple mango, black cherry, lime, strawberry kiwi, and blueberry pomegranate. If you're as excited to try Vizzy Hard Seltzer as we are, here's how to get yours. To find Vizzy near you, go to VizzyHardSeltzer.com/PMT. That's VizzyHardSeltzer.com/PMT. And for updates on the latest flavor drops and more, sign up at VizzyHardSeltzer.com/subscribe. You must be 21 plus. Go get it. Summertime is seltzer time. If you want a beer, drink Coors Light. And if you want a seltzer, get a Vizzy.
Great job, Hank.
Thanks.
Awesome.
All right, Hank, go right into your Fyre Fest. It better not be that ad read because you crushed it.
Yeah, I mean, I did crush it. And updating on my last Fyre Fest for a couple weeks ago, I did find an apartment. Thanks, Big Cat helped me out with that a little bit. And then I was supposed to, at one point, I guess it's not really a Fyre Fest, but it was gonna be. I was gonna try and move. I got the apartment 2 days ago, and I was gonna try and move today, and I had wheels in motion. I was calling movers, trying to do all this last minute stuff. And then yesterday I just canceled it. It was just like, I'm going to do this in 2 weeks.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you have 2 apartments right now?
Well, yeah, tomorrow I will.
So
got a couple places.
Are you able to afford both? Because
yes. Well, I'm only paying a half month rent on this one.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we're good.
Big baller.
Big Cat co-signed my apartment.
Yeah, so now, I'm going to have to
I
make
guess
sure the check gets mailed every single month.
my credit sucks somehow for reasons I don't know. So I had to get a co-signer on my apartment.
So I had to co-sign Hank's apartment, yes.
How are you going to decide where you're going to be going? There's nothing in your new apartment yet? Is it completely empty?
Yeah, well, I'm going back to Scituate for like a week and a half, and then I'm gonna come back and then move the following week.
I actually like that move, Hank. You can't move today. Come on, it's fucking.
No,
Come on.
It was one of those things where when you're just you're kind of like tunnel vision, you're locked in, and you're trying to make things happen, and then I took a step back and was just like, why am I doing this? What? It's summer. It's Vizzy. It's time. It's time to vibe.
Yeah, it is time to vibe. Moving over the summer, it's just the worst too, because you get so sweaty when you're packing the stuff up. The moving trucks never have AC in the back of them. You're carrying stuff up the stairs. It's an awful time to move. So yeah, just keep pushing it off. But Hank's this is just another step in Hank's journey to becoming the next A-Rod type business mogul. Now he's doubled his real estate investments that he's got.
Yes.
Pretty soon you're Hank the landlord. That's what you're gonna have tenants soon, Hank.
We'll see. I mean, not with the way these fucking prices are going, dude. Inflation and shit.
Hank, you realize too, this has created a relationship, another aspect to our relationship. I hope the Hungry Dog hits this fall.
Well, you offered it.
I did offer. I 100% offered. I'm happy that you got the apartment.
I didn't think about it until because I was I got denied from an apartment because my credit isn't as good as it should be. And then you're like, well, I'll co-sign. And then that kind of got in my head. So I was like, all right, we're good.
Yeah.
But also if for whatever reason Hank doesn't hit on his bets and he runs a little short and he needs to cover some money for his rent, can't he just give you a raise, Big Cat?
Oh, true.
And then you kick that back to him?
That's true. The double dip.
Sunken costs, yeah.
Yeah, sunken costs. Exactly. All right, PFT, your Fyre Fest.
I'm having a pretty clean week. There's not a lot that I can complain about right now. I'm in Jamaica. I'm an island boy right now. And then
One of the
moving
worst
down to the
picks of all
shore.
time.
No,
I was
great
gonna say
That should be a Fyre
That's
Fest.
honestly
Great
one of the
pick. You're a
worst
moron.
picks ever made.
All of our Fyre
Hank,
Fest was not
you-
picking Soldier Boy, but
I did
Also-
pick Soldier Boy on our, but Island Boys is great. On my honorable mentions, I had Soldier Boy. I was the only one who mentioned him.
Hank, you also said during the show it was a great pick, and now
That's
you're
true.
just changing your tune. You're going whichever way the wind blows. But the bottom line is, I'm having a pretty clean week. The biggest Fyre Fest that I've got right now is being in Jamaica. I'm around a lot of Jamaican people, and hearing them talk, they've got the coolest accents in the world, and it just makes you happy to hear it. And I'm like fighting tooth and nail to not turn into Chet Hayes and to not just like start talking along with them, because that would be problematic, and I'm not going to do it. But just know, like deep down in my lizard brain, I want to join in the festivities and I want to break out a little bit of the patois, but I'm not going to do it.
It was a great pick.
I'm not going to.
It was a great
I'm not going to do it.
what if you were going to do it? What would you say? Like, what do you want to say in your head?
I'm feeling Irie, man. In Jamaica,
Boys,
weather always nice in Jamaica, man.
right
What's for
by the
dinner?
beach.
Rice and peas.
Island boy in the Caribbean.
But I'm not going to do it. But I'm an island boy. I'm a just island boy.
Boy.
Is it super hot there?
The Fantasy
Yeah.
Island Boys was the worst segment.
Oh,
we've ever
yep.
done.
Oh,
We've
yeah,
ever
that was
done.
very
horrible.
bad.
Yeah.
Can we? Oh man,
That was
that'll have
worst
to be
of
on
that
worst
one.
of.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that will have to go on worst of.
By the way, Mount Rushmore update. Team Hank has 2 wins. Catcom has 1, and Guest has 1.
Okay,
Oh.
so all of a sudden Hank likes this.
That doesn't affect anything. I mean, I win them whether or not I have a team or not. So like, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, pizza toppings. All right, my Fyre Fest is I've just been hungover too many times
did
in,
win
in the last week, and it's I'm just too old. I did Dead and Company on Friday. I did Pride Parade. I didn't see any of you guys there. Nope, I didn't see any of
My
you
friend
guys there.
I was golfing.
Okay. Oh, you were golfing.
Funeral.
Got it.
Dead friend.
Priorities.
Yeah, I gotta
Bad handicap.
thank God for Revitalaid, I guess. But man, the when we had that Mount Rushmore with Whitney and Biz, like I don't drink enough to like realize how bad hangovers are. So 3 in 1 week is just like kicking my ass. I'm just
Well, you also
a mess.
can't. I mean, maybe you can, but like I feel like if when I get in those situations, I'll just take Saturday and just sleep for like
Can't do
11
that.
hours.
Can't
Like that's
afford
where
that.
you don't have the catch up.
Nope.
You don't
Nope.
have the catch up
No,
day.
I think I have like a little theory going in my brain that when you become a parent and you don't have that catch up ability for hangovers, it just ends up being like days off your life. So it's like I'll never catch up on sleep, and then it would just be like another 10 days, going to Dead and Company on Friday night, another 10 days off my life. That's it.
I learned when I was like 34 years old to never ever drink on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday is the worst night of the week
It
to
is.
get drunk on by far. Like Tuesday, you can come back from a Tuesday. No, by Thursday, maybe Thursday afternoon, you're feeling okay, and then Friday you get to enjoy your Friday. If you get drunk on a Wednesday night, you are a certified moron if you're an adult, because Thursday's a wash. Friday, you're stricken with panic. You can't even enjoy your Friday because you're trying to catch up on everything that you missed on Thursday.
Bubba, what were you gonna say?
You've got the whole week ahead of you, and you can also talk hungover. What?
Bubba was shaking his head.
Well, if you produce a sports podcast where you have to record on Tuesday and Thursday, Wednesday is a pretty good night to drink. It's very specific, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
us-
relatable.
That
Very
is
relatable.
true.
Yeah,
That's
very,
fair.
very relatable.
I also
yeah.
just think Monday's always the worst night to drink.
Yeah,
because
I
you
was
just
also
need a
gonna say
reset.
Monday,
Like
yeah.
you just need a reset night.
Yeah,
and
you
if
have to like eat a salad and
Right.
like, think you're
Yeah.
doing
No.
well for yourself.
doing
but you're
anything
not.
bad to your
Yeah.
body on a Monday is just like a killer way to start off a week. Like it will just completely bury you.
No, Monday is for Monday Night Football. You have between 2 to 4 beers, 5 if it goes to overtime, and you ease yourself out of that weekend. You get
But what
rid
about
of
the
like
rest of the year?
the shakes.
There's more non-Monday Night Football Monday nights.
Like a
than
Monday in
Night
April is
Football.
just
yeah.
dead time.
I refuse to admit that. No, Monday night. I'm talking football season only. Football season only. That's my strategy.
Okay. We're not in football season though right now.
Yeah, but I occasionally on a Monday I'll have a couple beers, 2 to 4
Yeah, I
beers
still
if I
think
had a big
Monday.
weekend.
Monday's the night you gotta reset. Monday's the whole blank slate. Like gotta start off strong, and then you slowly let everything fall. I mean, I shouldn't drink on any weeknight. I shouldn't drink any night, period. But I always think Monday is the night that like you have to get that sleep, get that nice meal in you, feel good about yourself, sit on your couch. You got to reset.
My week officially starts health-wise Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is when I'll go to the gym, and then I'll make up for all my weekend
Monday's
stuff.
a cheat day for you?
Yeah,
No, it's not a cheat day. It's a taper off day. It's you taper off from your weekend
on Mondays.
Sunday?
You work on Sundays.
I'm talking if I'm not doing the podcast right now,
which we've been doing for 6 years.
I'm saying
what world are you talking about right now?
I'm talking about my Monday through Friday job, like most of our listeners have right now. When weekends are because our weekends right now are Saturdays. That's basically our weekend.
Right. I bet you most of the listeners though would say that they would rather, if given the choice, they'd rather drink on Wednesday than Monday. Like Monday's just a bad night to get drunk.
I'm not saying getting drunk. I said 2 to 4 beers. 2 to 4. Very specific.
Conversation started though with me getting drunk
on Wednesday.
Right. I was talking about hangover. You said Wednesday's the worst night to drink.
Wednesday's the worst night to get drunk on as an adult for sure.
I still think Monday would be the worst.
Embrace debate.
Yeah, I think if you really drunk on Monday night, your whole week is fucked. You're just fucked.
You still have 3 days to catch up though after the hangover. That's what I'm saying. I guess we'll let the crowd sort this one out.
I still don't understand. You have to go to work the next day for 4 more days.
Yeah, but work is work. At least then you're good for the weekend, which is all that matters.
But you could be good for the weekend if you go to work on Thursday, go to work on Friday. You're good for the weekend.
I think your Friday's ruined.
Now
if
I don't
you
even
get
know what
drunk
we're
on
talking
Wednesday.
about, because are you talking about like a 25-year-old who doesn't get hangovers, or now you're talking about a 35-year-old? Like what? I feel like we've shifted football season, non-football season, you versus our listeners. I don't know where we are.
In my specific case right now, I don't drink on weeknights. That's my rule. But in the former life, I would much prefer to have some beers during Monday Night Football.
But again, there's
on a Wednesday.
So we're talking football season now.
Yeah. Well, I live my life mentally in football season.
Okay.
I would say in my specific case, I agree with you, Big Cat, but I think that if we polled the listeners, that I think they would, not by much, would side with PFT. But I personally agree with you about Monday, because that would torch my whole week.
But just saying it with Monday Night Football changes the whole discussion, because there's more non-Monday Night Football nights. What PFT is essentially saying is he likes to drink a couple beers Monday Night Football, which is fine. Yep. But there's more non-Monday Night Football Mondays than Monday Night Football Mondays.
I don't think PFT acknowledges days that football doesn't happen.
Like I don't know, yeah,
and
we're also not.
It kind of seems like what he's getting at.
This is
correct.
There's like 7 qualifiers to this debate that you've presented.
Listen, if I can't drink 2 to 5 beers during a Monday Night Football game, then I don't think that I want to live anymore.
And for that reason, you should never drink on a Wednesday in April.
Correct.
Is what you're saying. As a 25-year-old, even though
as a 25-year-old, when I was working in an office job.
Yes. Got it.
Right.
Okay.
2 years ago.
My Fyre Fest is that debate. Hank or Jake, finish this off.
Yeah, I have a few quick ones first. Similar to Hank, I am moving, and nothing went wrong. It just stinks. So a lot of time-consuming stuff.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It does. It absolutely stinks.
Number 2, I had diarrhea again on the show earlier this week.
Yeah.
So we're averaging once a month over the last 2 months.
It's not good for you.
So plan for July 21st for the next episode. And lastly, I got a haircut this morning, and I'm allergic to shaving cream, but I forgot to tell the guy, and he put it on. And I have a little I don't know if it's, you still the red.
You're allergic to shaving cream,
you see the red rashes? Yeah.
Jake.
I don't know if you can see it right now, but
how many things are you allergic to?
Seriously.
No food, just dogs, cats, pollen, shaving cream. The way I found out is that I was at camp once. They did a pie in the face with shaving cream, and I just started sneezing, getting red everywhere. So I just
Jesus.
gotta be transparent with the listeners.
Traumatic day.
Yeah.
You gotta start narrowing your face.
You're a wild one, Jake. I love you for it.
Know.
You're a wild one.
Crazy.
Like that just sucks to be allergic to shaving.
That's not a big deal.
How do you shave?
Electric razor.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. That was an easy answer. You're right. I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, point you. that does exist. Okay, let's do numbers. We'll see everyone on Wednesday. Have a great 4th of July.
35.
6.
26.
3 for memes. I'll go 27.
72.
I'll go 28.
Fuck you.
28 is my official pick.
It's 82.
13.
13 is a seventh timer.
Whoa.
Joins 21 and 47 in second place.
See everyone next Wednesday.
Love you guys.